is pressed. Okay, yeah, we're live. Sweet. Well, hey, anybody who's not watching yet, it's my first group stream. I got a bunch of awesome people on it, man. I got Steve from EvilStevel. Oh, motherfucker,
Hey.
hold on. I got a little bit of a... I keep this... There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, I got the chat going in the other window. That's why there was a... Anyway, yeah, I got Steve from EvilStevel, Kev from Art of Horror, and of course, Cody from H&S Collectibles.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome, guys, to the first ever Cadaver Club meeting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Welcome
Me
to
too.
the Clubhouse.
Yeah. I'm excited to be in the club.
Yeah, we've been, Cody, me, and Steve and Kev have been talking for a little bit, just hanging out. But yeah, this is, it's just like, this is these streams are the first time a lot of people are getting the chance to actually like verbally talk to each other and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think it's been really helpful for me because I'm pretty isolated over here.
Yeah, I'm finding it interesting. It's nice meeting you all anyway, finally.
For sure.
Yeah.
Something we couldn't do 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like some future shit right now. It's like we're on the Jetsons.
It's not the future I imagined.
No,
Like Rick's up in the house.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Rick? How you doing? That's only. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know what you guys expected of the future. When I was a kid, I thought I was just gonna be like a businessman or something, have like a quiet office job. That's not quite how it worked out for me. But
I want the flying cars.
Yeah, I imagine more.
I was promised flying cars.
They are definitely coming, man.
Those water jetpacks are wild. They look like.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Those look fun as hell, but I'm not much of like a outdoorsy type of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick says he's just taking it easy, getting fat. As
yeah, I've just brought up the YouTube page. So you can see the chat.
And I'm just sitting here like getting fat.
Yeah, it's weird times for sure.
I wanted to ask Cody what his first record was.
Oh.
You there, Cody? He's frozen. He's not moving.
Oh no.
He might have a like a spotty internet connection. But since you brought it up, check this out. Quiet Riot.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now,
nice.
Great album.
This was my first record I ever got. And I have it next to me because Laura Marie bought it for me because she knew it was the first heavy metal album I ever had. And so she got it for me for a gift. And that's why it was sitting right next to me. But
cool.
that was mine. Cody, did you hear Kev's question?
He's frozen again.
He is frozen again, right? Yeah, Cody is
how about you, Steve?
Right?
The first heavy metal album, or just the first album I ever bought?
Yeah, first album in general.
I think it was Green Day Dookie.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's
cool. You saw mine on Facebook the other day. It was really embarrassing. My first album was the Bucks Fizz album.
Hey, what's up, Al?
I was up in the Heezy too now.
But I love that Quiet Riot. That was
That's
great.
Yeah, I got that. I think I was in 3rd grade, I want to say. There's a picture of me, and I have a sleeveless shirt that says Breakin' on it. That's how that went. And I was holding up this album like, yeah, dude. Pretty ridiculous. Cody has left the building, but maybe he'll be back. He's got the link.
Yeah.
Hey, Koju.
Yeah, so Al's up in the Heezy.
Yeah.
He says, "K tall, bilingual people here." What was yours, Kev?
Yeah, my first album. Yeah, Bucks Fizz.
Buck Fizz.
Bucks Fizz. It was a rip-off of like a fabricated ABBA recreation back in the mid 70s.
Nice.
But yeah, I just like that single as a kid. I stepped up to heavy metal pretty quick, and soon after that, though. So.
Yeah, I was one of the things I thought was really cool about your channel, Steve, is that you do all of the music that you use for your channel, right?
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Steve's
in
awesome.
A way, it's like, in a way, it's like being creative, but in another way, it's like I'm avoiding the copyright strikes.
Let's say two first, the best of both worlds, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to write my own music, but the music program I'm using is giving me lots of trouble. So.
Yeah.
What are you trying to use? What do you guys both use, Steve? What do you use?
I use a combination of FL Studio and Sony Acid.
I'm about to switch to FL.
Yeah.
Apparently it exists, but I picked. I don't know if you can see this. I picked up Rolly C-Block. Hey, Cody's back.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mini synthesizer.
Oh, nice.
With a squishy surface on it.
Yeah.
That's reactive, and I use that in combination with waveform traction, which was really hard to learn. I finally learned it all. I went to render my first track, and it skipped out on half of the instruments. Now I don't know what. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh
no. I'm used to. Sorry.
Sorry.
Go, Cody. No, you're right, Cody.
I cut out about the time you were showing your Quiet Riot album. I've got that one too.
What was your first album, Cody?
Oh man. Wow. So I will say the Quiet Riot was my sister's album.
Okay.
She's about 6 years older than I am. The earliest album I think I can remember buying actually was probably a Weird Al album.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, if I really had to think back, I'd say Weird Al.
Nice.
Yeah, I think probably Weird Al in 3D, that one.
That was actually a really good album.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, yeah.
Yeah, they had Eat It and Lost on Jeopardy and a bunch of other stuff.
Steve, Rick is asking, which acid do you have?
It's just called Sony Acid. So yeah, it's just the basic one.
How do you find FL Studio, Steve?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
it's where I do most of my synth programming.
What sort of synth have you got, mate? Or are you just using
I use a computer keyboard, yeah.
I was really proud. I wrote the whole drum track, everything. I was really proud of it. And then when I went to render it, it skipped out. Like it put the bass drum in, but it missed all the cymbals were gone. I was like, no. I got it sounding really cool too. Yeah, I was impressed.
Hey, what's up?
Jose in the house now from Cinema of the Dead. Rick is asking if you make music / beats.
I make noises that sound creepy. That's the best way I can describe my music. Yeah.
Ambient soundscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it though.
That 80s sounding track is really good. You captured the vibe perfectly. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. Also, Steve's got a good voice too. He's got a couple videos where he's doing some covers.
Oh, thanks.
You a muso at all, Cody?
No, not really. No. Can't sing, can't play anything. No.
Cody, one of the
Sorry.
things that I immediately sort of related to with Cody is he's a woodworker. So
okay, cool.
I think it's like one of the things that ties all of us together is like just that like love of making stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to play with wood in that sense. I've always wanted a lathe.
Oh yeah, that was my first tool actually back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I've
I love
never
doing
used
it
a
myself.
lathe.
Yeah.
So those DVD shelves I sent you a picture of tonight, Ben.
Yep.
That was actually first time that I've made a rabbit with my table saw,
Oh really?
and it worked out good.
Did you throw a dado
Oh.
blade on there, or did you just nibble it over?
Just nibbled over. So yeah, it went well. So I'm gonna start staining those tomorrow. I hope, if I have enough stain to do it. That'd be the other thing.
Yeah, the
Cool.
you were asking about or talking about miters earlier. Yeah, those are tricky, man, because every little thing like ends up adding up, incrementally till the end.
Right.
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
They're not pretty, but I think dark stain and 7 feet up on the wall, nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah, throw a bunch of DVDs in there. And
Yeah.
Blu-ray. People will be looking at those.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kev, you do. Yeah, you said you do like. I know you do art, obviously, but it looks like you're doing some music as well.
Yeah, playing with this around with a DAW a sequencer, and I used to do it a long time ago on old Amiga computers.
Okay.
But I've recently wanted, like, trying to avoid copyright strikes, like Steve,
Mm-hmm.
and want to make my own tracks. I play the
yeah.
guitar as well, so I want to throw some guitar in and get it all going. Yeah, and like I said, today, like, finally it all came together. The other night I went from knowing nothing to suddenly being able to make a whole track. Went to render it, and it only rendered partially, so I don't know what I've done wrong. I have to learn some more now. Back to the researchinator machine.
Yeah, I end up like I get a lot of copies now. I get even more copyright stuff. I think they're changing their algorithm a bit, but
probably.
Like my intro uses the score from Maniac remake. One of my intros does. Actually, 2 of my intros do. Actually, I think 3 of my intros do. And
Yeah.
and now there's getting flagged, but they're getting flagged by some other musician. So it's like,
oh, that's crazy.
You can't like say, well, if you're gonna like do advertising, give it to the people that actually made this thing. You know what I mean? Like, not that rando dude who's like some mistake.
So I made my like 4 months, 3-4 months ago, I made that video with the first bunch of the little Godzilla Vinamates that I got.
Yeah.
And I think I used the music from Terror of Mechagodzilla in it, and everything was fine. And about a week ago, I get a message that I got a copyright claim. The video had been out there for all this time and then got hit last week.
That's awesome.
So it wasn't available to anybody, but it flagged it during the outro where it says like and subscribe. So I was able to just remove it and then make the video visible again.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not going to say where I stole my theremin sample from, but I took it and I changed it. I changed it a fair bit through Audacity anyway. So I doubt they'll be able to match it up to anything. So, but it's from an old 1940s sci-fi something or other.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at a lot of my haul videos or where I'm just talking about something for a few minutes, I'm either using the theme from Phantasm or the newer piano theme from Halloween 2018.
Yep.
And a lot of times it doesn't flag those at all for me. So
I haven't had them for a while.
I mean, I'm never really trying to monetize my channel or anything. So for the most part, if it's available, worldwide and there's no like viewing restrictions, I don't really care too much.
Same here. Yeah. It'll tell me I can't monetize or maybe the copyright holder can monetize.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Yeah.
Jose, he does use like I always notice that about his videos. He always uses like songs that are well, so do you, Cody. Use songs that like that are have to do with what you're talking about and whatnot.
I tried to. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it
but
just makes it more fun.
he says he can't monetize either. No strikes, but he's got them claims. Hell yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
It happens.
I mean, I don't know what you have to do to get a strike. You know what I mean?
No, ask poor Corey from Need Gore. He got his first one the last week, didn't
He would have been like uploading a shitload of full movies.
he?
So,
we
I mean,
we
you
saw
know,
it coming. Yeah.
I actually watched. He did Fright Night 2. He actually uploaded that a while ago, and that was the first time I saw it. Was watching that on his channel.
Oh,
so-
really? That's a great movie.
Yeah, it was. It was surprisingly good.
Yeah, Al. Yeah, that's one of the coolest intros ever. Al's Fear Factory intro. I missed that one.
Yeah, I don't know. They like their software is getting pretty good, man.
Yeah. Sucks for us though.
It does. Like Facebook's really bad because you can't like it'll just say
Oh yeah.
you can't like use this video at all. You know.
Mhm.
At least
Yeah.
YouTube will be like, oh, this person's going to get money for it, and you can't. You know,
Well,
which is usually okay with me.
What I really get a kick out of whenever I do get flagged for copyright is, YouTube will say I can't use this, and I think, well, where do you think I got it?
Yeah, exactly.
I saved it off YouTube.
That's right.
I had a whole heap of songs I got off of an artist attribution site. So you just have to attribute credit to the artist.
Oh, nice.
And most of them are all right. They're still up. But I had one guy I'd used a lot of his music, and he switched his licensing on me and then went through and claimed every video that he had the song on.
Oh, that sucks,
Yeah.
man.
I think there was about 4 videos that I had of his. I just took the videos down. I didn't even want to fight him on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to be like that, yeah.
Yeah, that does suck though.
So no more. I'll be making my own music from now on.
Yeah, I mean that was like when I found out Steve did that, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to get like a keyboard and stuff because I used to play music all the time. But then like I just like started looking at keyboards and shit, and there's like so much shit I don't know about that it was just like overwhelming. I was like, okay, maybe I will not do that right now.
So I was saying
tried
this.
to? Sorry,
Steve.
go on, Kev.
No, you're right. No, you go.
Have you ever tried to make music before, Ben?
I mean, I was in bands back in the '90s and shit.
So you never actually like recorded anything with software or anything, though?
Not software. Use 4 tracks and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that stuff can be a bitch to learn.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Steve, it's learning a whole, like, I'm used to graphic programs, and learning the music programs, it's completely alien to me. And like, as I think I told you in chat recently, it's pushing important things out, like people's names that are close to me, like as I'm learning new information, information overload. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like the mastering. The mastering sucks. I hate that part.
I was really enjoying writing like actual beats from scratch today. Like it killed a good 6 hours this morning without even thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I did do was I took I've only used it a few times, but I made a beat from the end of Friday the 13th. I was inspired by Steve when he said that he was doing it, and I just did it in Premiere Pro, and I downloaded like a hip hop drum track from YouTube, and then I like played with the speeds so it was all like good, and it still sounded like shit, but it was it's fun. It was like one of those things where you like or like you don't have the right shit, so it just takes you for fucking ever to get it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was, Rick, I was telling these guys earlier about I was telling these guys about Poltergeist OD. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
OD, yeah, okay. He just did I don't know if you're up on him, but check out his channel. I was going to do a shout out video for him because he's a pretty talented rapper, and just like, I can tell he puts a lot of time and energy into his videos, and they're all like, he does like, basically he did like a Phantasm one, and then a Mars Attacks one, and then he just did a Psycho one, and it's just like, raps about those movies.
Yeah, I
Just
think
awesome.
Hey, what's up, Hobbs?
Hey,
I
Hobbs.
saw the Phantasm one.
Hey, Hobbs.
Hi, Hobbs.
Did you say you saw the Phantasm one, Cody?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, right?
That's the
In
first
fact-
one I watched, actually.
I actually met him on the Slasher app.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really safe place to meet people.
I haven't logged into that for weeks, I don't think.
I mean, I've had a little bit of more time on my hands lately, so I've been checking it out a bit, but
There wasn't much going on except just tons of people following me or inviting me to follow them. I didn't see much else happening.
They do that, and then they never interact with you, ever.
Yeah.
It sounds like Instagram.
I've been more active on Instagram lately, so.
yeah, I don't know. I just look at it's just a string of memes and whatnot on the Slasher app, and what's better than horror memes,
It's the only thing I do on Facebook anymore is just look at memes. So
yeah. Hobbs, are you on Slasher? I gotta add you, I guess.
Slasher at the new Facebook.
I watched VFW tonight.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, Cody?
I thought it was fun. I really liked it. It started off, it felt like, oh wow, this is going to be a remake of Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah.
And it was a little different here and there, but I really like the cast. I love William Sadler, and
it's definitely tipping its cap to Assault on Precinct 13, and among others as well. I can think of quite a few films. Yeah.
When I noticed that we were still having the credits 12 minutes in, I thought, wow, this is making me think of Prince of Darkness. Actually, the way the music was going and the credits were taking so long, but I liked it. Glad I picked it up.
That's another movie that I love.
The IMDb comments people were leaving and reviews, it's like they didn't know what they were watching. I found them really.
Yeah.
Steve knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that it's a real weird thing, because some movies really catalyzes, like Crawl did, for instance. Everyone loved Crawl, and it's not because it was a great film. It's just because everyone accepted that it was a fun creature feature and it was fun. But then you get movies like Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, the character development really sucked. And it's like, yeah, of course, the fucking characters suck.
It's the
goddamn Godzilla movie, guys.
It's the Godzilla movie, yeah.
Say, did you ever watch the old ones?
Exactly. I mean, this is Oscar worthy compared to some of that shit, right?
Right.
What's your favorite Godzilla feature, Ben?
Oh, geez, man. It's like
too many to mention. You love them all, don't you?
It's like picking which kid you love the most,
Yeah.
So it's like it's a pretty tricky one for me. I just I would say maybe Godzilla versus Destroyer, possibly. It's definitely Heisei, something in the Heisei. I love that Heisei Godzilla, so the 90s mostly, but yeah, I would say that one, or maybe like Godzilla versus Ghidorah. Also another great one.
Okay. Yeah.
They always used to put them on a Sunday afternoon on TV here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've learned so much from you and Al about Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Ben, remember my little ornament?
Yeah, that one's lights up and stuff.
Yeah, it started randomly going off earlier.
Nice.
So,
Possessed, man.
yeah.
Al says 54, 54, 54. Yeah, I mean that's the best film probably. I don't know if it's my favorite though.
I've always liked Hedra. That's way up there for me.
Yeah, that one's a real. I think that one's a little divisive amongst people because it's so fucking psychedelic.
Yeah, it's
You know?
bizarre. I mean, even
Yeah.
for Godzilla, it's a little bizarre. And you've got the weird animation spots throughout it when they're doing the news. You've got the disco stuff. You've got, not a real great definition of what the smog monster even is.
Or what the hell he grabs from him.
Right.
Like reaches inside of him and pulls out orbs, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, where'd those come from?
Nice orbs there, Godzilla.
Somebody told me one time that they thought that was his eyes, but I never. His eyes were red, so I never bought that. But
I've heard eggs and testicles.
yeah,
I mean, I don't really know what else they would be.
right. I had issue with it. I think they were supposed to be eggs personally, but the eggs I didn't really understand because to make another Hedra, you just knocked a piece of him off and it swam away, So, yeah, I don't know if they were thinking real hard about logic and continuity when they made it. So,
Yeah.
But that one's one of my favorites. That and King Kong versus Godzilla, of course.
Yeah, classic.
But you get into the Heisei stuff, and I probably have to go with Destroya.
There's so many I haven't seen. I'm just looking at the list.
Me too. I know.
And Godzilla 85 or Return of Godzilla is way up there for me too.
I saw that when it came out. I really enjoyed that when I was a kid. Yeah.
Dragon Balls.
Ben's up in the heezy. Yeah, Al says plus Godzilla almost dies after being sludged on.
Right.
He does.
That might have been one of the only movies. Well, one, you got to hear Godzilla cough when he got in the smoke cloud. And then that was the one where he used his breath to fly, too. That's a standout moment in that scene.
It gets in the fetal position. It was like, later, guys.
Yeah. Lift off. Yeah.
That was weird.
I was telling, I think it was you, Ben. We had South Australian Film Corporation here in my home state. They used to do the Japanese Ultraman series. They built all the creatures for it. When I was about 14, I got a tour through the place. I used to hang out there a little bit after that as well, and it was just full of like Godzilla suits and all sorts of weird creatures.
Oh wow!
Tentacle beings and things like that. Yeah. I actually, I think I sent Ben the email. I sent them. Yeah, I wrote to them asking where all the stuff was now, and they were saying we don't know. It should be in a museum. Yeah. In a film museum. Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part about film production in general is like, it's like just temporary. Like they just make the stuff and then it gets discarded.
Right.
And even oftentimes, like if it's made with latex and stuff, it just disintegrates over time.
Yeah. I watched something not too long ago where somebody found the original Death Star prop in a junkyard.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, far out.
Yeah.
I remember watching those like being built and all the documentaries they brought out at the time.
There is a place called what's it called? Chrysler, I believe. Here they like an architecture firm, but they have like a really big CNC router, and they did the bunch of models and stuff for the various Star Wars stuff. So I went over there and visited them with work, and they had on the wall, it was just like a miniature of the inside of the Death Star from the end of Empire Strikes Back when Luke is fighting with Darth Vader,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I grew up dreaming of traveling to America to see all this stuff when I was a kid.
I've been actually really lucky lately with work because we do like field trips and stuff. And So I went over to Chrysler and saw that, and then we went to Industrial Light and Magic, and I just saw
Ooh.
fucking everything, and that was
Yeah.
awesome. And then we also went and hung out with Adam Savage at his shop, and he has a bunch of like amazing props and stuff too.
Cool.
His videos have taught me so much. He's such a clever guy when it comes to making things. Yeah.
Talking about Adam.
Yeah, Adam Savage, Tested in particular. It's really good stuff on that website for creating. Yeah.
Yeah, we sorry, go.
I was gonna say, is Hobbs asking about Godzilla?
That's what I was I was just typing that, yeah. When I was there, so we helped him at my work, we helped him make that 3D printed metal Iron Man suit that he made. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so we helped him out with that.
Oh, cool.
So cool. Yeah.
Turns out that that's a terrible idea. I mean, that's a heavy ass aluminum thing, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why they didn't make it metal in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize like how easy it is to make stuff these days. Like 20 years ago, to source a lot of the materials, you just couldn't get. You had to be very clever, like latexes and the silicons available now compared to what you used to have. Like masks I made as a kid, just they're all falling to bits now.
Yeah, I watched a featurette, I think, on Terminator 3, and even that movie's been a few years ago now too. But they were talking to the special effects people who said they were 3D printing the Terminator parts, versus having to carve it and cast it and do everything they used to do in the past. Now they just set it to print and leave it overnight and come back and they're done.
Oh yeah, huh?
Just like you look at The Walking Dead, the silicon they've got for the zombies now. A lot of them they're one-piece prosthetics, whereas in the old days you had to break it into several pieces because the silicon would bend and fold in horrible ways.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's realistic, like actual skins.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like you can just even as just a like this is a little manatee fetus I made out of dragon skin, which is a smooth-on product.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, yeah, you can just you can do this shit yourself, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, it was like a mystery. Like, how the hell did they do this? You'd have to go to like a oh, Andrew's up in the house. You have to go to like the library and you look at a book and then you'd be like, oh, so you need like $100,000 worth of equipment to do this. And then like, it's just like, now you can just like YouTube and you're like, oh yeah.
So one that I watched this past week that I loved to watch when I was a kid because it showed you how they did some of the stuff was FX. Since Brian Dennehy died, I watched FX the other night. And I used to just love that scene where they, show how they cast the head and do all that. And I think getting a hold of the making of the Thriller video when I was a kid was just, wow, this is so cool how they do it, And
yeah,
that was amazing. I remember the making of Thriller. Yeah, that blew my mind as a kid.
I'd have to look it up. Who did the makeup on Thriller? Because they definitely copied. I'm pretty sure they definitely copied Werewolf in London.
It's George Romero and Tom Savini, I think.
No.
Was it really?
It was the guy who did Werewolf in London.
Oh, but it's Rick Baker.
Was it Rick Baker?
Yeah, but I think the zombie sequences, like it was a big collaboration between quite a few of them. Yeah.
Oh wow.
John Landis directed it all, I think.
Yep.
Still.
I mean, I literally watched this like 4 nights ago or something. I was like, I haven't seen the Thriller video in a long time, and I pulled it up and I was like, oh yeah, that's the shit.
Yeah, here we go. Rick Baker did everything for the video too.
Yep.
Yeah, I've started following Rick on Instagram, and he's redoing all his works in 3D. I'm not sure what program he's using, but he's recreating them in 3D.
They look awesome.
CGI, and they look incredible.
Mm-hmm.
He's just done the werewolf from Thriller.
I mean, they're probably doing like 3D scans, because that's a pretty. I mean, depending on what you want to do with it, if you're just doing like a 3D digital scan or something, that's like you can just like scan something, and it's pretty good nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get the vibe. He's scanning them in, but then he's going in and sculpting on top of that and adding. Yeah.
And you have to fix a bunch of stuff that doesn't quite come through. I'd imagine it'd be hard with like a bunch of fur or something. Yeah, Andrew says, plus with 3D printers, you can do so much now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. 3D printers, so we have a bunch of those at work. And they're kind of cool. I mean, I like to make stuff with my hands. So
yeah,
they're a little less interesting to me, but I mean, they definitely have their place.
Yeah, Al says he'd like to play with a 3D printer. I've been looking at some of the $300 and $400 models.
Yeah,
I'd like to get something like that later this year, possibly.
Is that a Serial Resin Co that you're talking about, Andrew Bellina, in the chat? I told Cody if he wanted, if he had like something he wanted printed, send me a model, so I could probably get it printed at work.
Friend of mine at work got one, and I was looking on Thingiverse for something I could make. He invited me over to use it, and someone had a plan for a little Norris spider head from the thing.
Nice. Yeah.
So we were going to try to make that. It's a little goofy looking thing, like maybe it looked like a blind box toy, but still be something cool.
There's a bunch of there's a bunch of like cool Godzilla figures too, models that you can get and print, and
I looked him up on Thingiverse too, and there was a lot of neat stuff.
Andrew wants to join the stream. I will send you a link. I'm gonna email it to you.
Actually, I like the idea of playing around with the 3D pen, like freehanding this stuff. I'd love to go with those things. Yeah.
I almost got my kids one of them for Christmas a year or two ago.
Some of the creations I've seen on YouTube, people making, have blown my mind.
Yeah, I mean I think Google had a bunch of stuff like that. I'm trying to remember what it was called. But it was like a hand brush that you could paint, in the sort of in a virtual environment. It was pretty awesome. All right, I am going to email this real quick. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. All that stuff the technology's cool, but there's something just like rewarding about analog, tactile making stuff, drawing, or like, making music, or like, but at the same time, I mean, when I do like heavy, like, creative projects like in After Effects or Premiere Pro or stuff like that, then that's pretty rewarding too,
No, yeah.
I gotta say.
I'd love to throw you some, show you what I've made with puppets, Ben, and then get you to actually machine parts and then go back and recreate like the hand stuff over the top of it.
Show me.
It's pretty cool.
I know it seems like you work in a few different mediums, right? I mean, like other than just 2D art stuff.
Yeah, I'd love. My main bread and butter is oil paintings.
Okay.
But I like making. I've been making puppets and things since I was young. So, and I love like the idea of the animatronic, getting the insides to all work before you put a skin over the top of it. Yeah. Oh, we lost Cody. No, we lost Ben.
No, it's Ben.
He must have clicked the wrong thing.
Ben, come back. This is your channel. What are you doing?
Sorry about that, guys. Accidentally closed.
Hey.
I was hoping to, like, totally like kill the whole stream or anything. I don't know.
I don't think it will, will it? No, it didn't.
I don't know. This is the first time I'm
Everything's good.
ever this, so I don't really know how anything works.
Just
So
checking
one
out
of the
Thriller. Sorry, my memory's really bad. That I really remember George Romero, like whether it might have been a cameo even.
No, not that I know of.
No.
There was like a
I'm
cameo from some like popping
Now-
zombies though.
I'm having
Romero-
a Mandela moment.
So the zombies in that were much more Return of the Living Dead, if you ask me, because
yeah.
they were coming out of the coffins. But Romero did direct I think a Japanese trailer for Resident Evil 2,
Resident Evil
the
2,
video
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
game. He did that, and then I guess at one time they were in talks with him about doing the movie, and then it just never happened. So.
Spewing.
I've read the script, and it was pretty bad, to be honest. Yeah.
You're a pretty big Resident Evil fan, eh, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken a look at his original script for Day of the Dead?
No.
It was so Tom Savini described it as Ben-Hur with zombies.
Nice.
He said it was just going to be the epic end-all zombie movie.
Oh, wow.
And I think he wanted $7 or $8 million budget, and they wouldn't give it to him unless he would make sure it was an R rating for a wide release.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do it, so they choked him back to 3 or 3.5 or whatever Day of the Dead ended up being. I read part of it, and there was kind of an army of zombies that they were training, like a bunch of bubs. There was part of the compound was above ground, and at the end, somebody in the party died but did not come back to life. So it kind of gave them hope that maybe it was over.
Yeah.
Or there was a way out of it, but it's out there online if you search for it.
I think they did a really good job of even with what they had to work with, showing the scope of the zombie apocalypse, even though it was like quite minimalistic in nature with the filmmaking.
Yeah, Day is one of my favorites.
Yeah, definitely.
It is my favorite of the Romero films for sure.
Yeah. I've just finished reading the Dawn of the Dead novelized version, and so it's got lots of different scenes in it. Same, but like it's really well written. It goes into people's mindsets and what they're thinking a bit more. The start's a bit different. I think he wrote
it was a novel.
Yeah, I think he wrote it with his wife. I should go grab it.
So Romero actually did the novelization of it?
Yeah. Hang on, I'll go grab it.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Later, Al. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, see you later, man.
Artie Zombie was asking if you guys play video games. I know you do, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've seen the new Predator game.
I don't like online multiplayer games.
My son downloaded
that.
it. He's been playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he liked it. I don't play games much anymore because I'm usually doing something else, but I always did love Resident Evil.
Yeah, for sure. The Resident Evil VR game that Kev was playing looks fucking amazing, man. I can't remember what it's called. What was the Walking Dead game that you were playing?
Survival Instinct, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That looks cool. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Very cool.
Nice.
Susanna Sparrow.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's completely, like, not completely different, but it has whole new scenes in there and goes behind character motivation, and
Huh.
it was a really easy read as well.
I wonder that must have been done after the movie, right?
I'm not sure. It says it actually has a bit. I can't see a thing without my glasses. Hang on. I've got a weird feeling it was kind of written at the same time. It's like a screenplay adaptation, but
Okay.
it's its own thing. It's not a pure screenplay adaptation.
The only I haven't read that many screenplays, like actual screenplays. I read the one for The Shallows for some reason. I can't remember why. I think it was because like I went and saw it and I was like, why the fuck did they actually write that ending? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, what, you know, like there's not, I don't know. It was weird. She like plummets down holding a chain at a speed fast enough to like, anyway. I was curious to see how they actually phrased it in the screenplay, and the screenplay was actually really interesting. A lot. It was like, yeah, a lot better than the. I mean, the movie was fun and everything, but screenplay was good. Hey, Jennifer Tochi in the house.
Oh hi.
Hello. The novel for what was the movie you were talking about earlier? You saw part 2 of, Ben? Sorry.
The movie I saw part 2 of
Fright Night.
Oh, Fright Night. Yeah.
Yeah, so the novel of Fright Night is like that. It's like its own standalone. Oh, hello, Andrew.
Hey guys.
Hey, Andrew.
You're joining us on the
the novelization for the first film, Fright Night, was completely its own thing and it is really good.
I believe it.
I love that movie.
Yeah, the movie's good too. How you doing, Andrew?
Yeah, pretty good.
Staying sane over there?
Just spent the past couple of days rearranging the movie room, so I'll have a bit up on that soon. Yeah,
somebody told me you like Michael Myers.
Yeah, just a little bit, you know.
Hey, me too. Hey.
I can't remember like why I was mentioning it. I mentioned to someone the other day that you had like, I think it must have been on Cody's stream Saturday, that you had like 30 copies of Halloween or so or more.
Yeah,
wow.
Between about 30 to 40.
Yeah.
Are those all on different formats?
Yeah, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, VHS, and box sets and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I don't have 30 copies of any particular movie. I don't have the space to do that. But that's pretty awesome that you do.
Yeah, the novel for Dawn of the Dead came out before the movie.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Speaking of novels.
Oh wow.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've always wanted to read those.
They're good.
Yeah,
they are good, especially this one.
Awesome.
Just before I joined the stream, Cody, you were talking about Predator. I'm going to be ordering that Predator NECA figure.
Which one?
The old Predator NECA.
The Jungle Hunter one, or
yeah, the Jungle Hunter.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, nice quality.
Oh yeah.
I was watching Predator 2 last night, but I don't like it.
I actually don't mind it too much.
I like it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it.
Me too, yeah.
I think like it's quite a bit different than the first one, but if you just go into it thinking it's just going to be like they're Danny Glover's just going to call like the Predator pussy face and stuff, then you're fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're good.
Yeah.
You know, it's that type of movie.
I actually
Bill
didn't realize
Paxton,
how big Danny Glover was until I saw that film. He's quite a big lad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I reckon they stood bloody Mel Gibson on a cardboard box, a crate while they were shooting the Lethal Weapon movies because he doesn't fit short next to Danny Glover. But Mel Gibson's teeny.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like Danny Glover's probably like, I don't know, 6'4" maybe.
I'd
Yeah.
put him around 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Mhm.
I remember, like, Steve, I saw you sent the meme, which was social distancing with Glenn Danzig. It's like a unit of measurement. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's what I was going to show you, Ben.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Britt, Horror Hand sent me that.
Oh, nice.
Jen says that's one of her favorite records, Jennifer. The Quiet Riot one.
Kevin, do you live in Victoria?
Yeah, a few times. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah.
Okay.
Why is that? Why is that?
Oh no, I just was wondering because I saw on the news today that they're not loosening restrictions in Victoria.
My nephew lives over there currently. He was staying here for a while, but now he lives in Victoria at the moment. You know Donald?
No.
No, yeah, small town, Victorian town over there. Yeah.
I thought you were just asking if he knew a dude. You know
No.
Donald?
You know, there's only 4 of us here in Australia.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's me, Andrew,
Of course
Adam,
I
and
know
Donald.
Donald. He's one of the other 3.
Yeah. Hopefully they're going to be lifting some of the restrictions in New South Wales next week.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I saw something about Queensland lifting quite a few bans.
Yeah, you can go for drives into the beach in in Queensland now.
California extended us our lockdown through May.
Mm-hmm. Same thing happened here.
Our governor's supposed to talk Friday, and I'm assuming he'll at least go through May 15th.
Mm.
It's the craziest shit, man. This is the craziest
Illinois went
shit.
through the end of May.
So before we started the stream, Steve and Kevin and I were talking about what the hell were we talking about? What was I just about to say? Oh, we were
I don't know. You tell me, and I'll tell you.
We were talking about how crazy shit is now, and how like it's like living in a horror movie, but not fun, like horror movies are.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because like, you see like what happened with toilet paper, and I was actually a little bit proud, as cynical as I am. I was a little bit proud of human beings for not like just doing that, like rioting and like, it seems like everyone's being pretty mellow about everything, even though it's like the apocalypse out there.
We watched Contagion again just the other day, and like it shows the day number of like into the outbreak, and it was like by day 14, people are rioting and pulling food off the shelves and beating each other, and it's like, what have we like?
Now they're talking about all the problems here with the meat processing plants.
I heard about that.
We haven't had any issue getting meat where I'm at, other than my store never has the little chicken wings I like, but they didn't do that before the pandemic. So
yeah, it's almost like people are nicer at the moment. It's weird.
It's too bad you don't live in Texas. I hear there's roadkill all over Texas.
I go out the highway and get a kangaroo anytime I want.
Armadillo stew.
Yeah.
Before VFW started, there was a preview for a movie where it looked like Texas was seceding from the nation or something. I'm gonna have to go back and check out that preview again, but it looked like they declared war on New York or something. It just looked like a chaotic version of The Purge.
Okay.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Bones up in the house. What's up, Bones? How you doing?
Bones. Hey, what's up, Bones?
Hey, Bones.
Hey, Bones.
Bones is in Texas, so he knows all about roadkill. We were just talking about Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bones.
Yeah, you're in El Paso, right? Somewhere in there.
Isn't that on the border of Mexico and Texas? Or
I want to say probably, but honestly, geography is not my jam.
Oh,
I know that
yeah, me too.
Texas is definitely on the border. I'm not sure exactly where El Paso is, but I think it might be.
it's like I think it's on a border.
For some reason, that's where in my mind, I'm thinking that's where the Alamo is, but I could be totally wrong. Bone says, yeah. RD Zombie's saying it's not too bad in Kentucky store-wise.
Hmm.
Yeah, we had a lot of canned goods going at our local supermarket.
Yeah,
Like
and
people sweeping canned goods
flour
off.
and rice too, Kevin?
What was that one? Sorry.
And we also had flour and go out of stock.
Oh yeah, flour, rice, pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, those shelves were bare for a little while for us, but
It's crazy, man. I went to the store yesterday, and there's like a line. You have to stand 6 feet apart from everyone, and I'm getting super lucky, man. I go and there's like 3 people in line, and then when I leave the store, there's like 30 people in line, and I'm like, yeah, bitches. I'm just getting really lucky.
Yeah.
The first couple weeks was the worst at the store here, and that seems to have eased off.
Yeah, same over here. I go shopping early in the morning when there's not many people, so
Yeah, that's what I like to do. Get in, hit and run, get out as quick as possible.
The good news is, in the area that I live in, I guess you'd like call it a county, like in America. Just so you guys know, there's been no new cases for over a week. So
That's great.
Good.
yeah,
I think we had 600 new ones in our state yesterday.
How's your state looking, Steve?
We're up to about 600 or so, and there have been 3 deaths.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago you were saying there weren't any. Like
Yeah,
I remember
I
you
know.
saying that.
Yeah, I think for my county there's 48 cases.
that's not bad, Cody.
Pretty low. We're pretty sparse though where I'm at, rural area, and kind of spread out. There's about 33,000 people in the county.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know we've got a bunch of deaths and a bunch of cases in California.
Yeah.
I read New York had like 12,000 deaths so far or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't seem to realize until they see it, right in their faces.
I think that's part of the problem. I think right now it's happening on TV, so people don't think it's going to affect them, or it's not really happening. I went to Lowe's over the weekend to pick up a new dryer because our dryer died Friday night, and there was a lot of people with masks on, but there was a lot of people that still didn't.
Yeah.
But at least everybody looked like they were keeping their distance and being respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Like you couldn't. There was. You need to have a mask now to get into the supermarket. When I went yesterday,
Like they're doing that here too.
Yeah. Your supermarkets over there, are they all putting up perspex screens?
Yeah. At least the ones I've been to.
Yeah, not here.
They are, Kevin. Where I am, Woolworths have got them, Aldi have got them, IGA.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Woolworths ones are fucking shit, though. They're like literally that, and that is all. So someone can easily go around the side and spit on someone.
Oh,
but the
God.
ones at Aldi, they're like the banks. They're completely enclosed. So it's much.
Yeah, I went to Woolworths here just the other day, and there was nothing. And so,
really?
no protection between me and the worker. Pretty much, I emptied all my groceries out onto the conveyor belt, and then he touched all the groceries, which didn't make sense to me because I'd just touched all the groceries. And then and then he put them all in the tray, and then I had to pack them myself. So there was still cross-contamination, if you wanted to get technical about it.
Yeah.
Whoa,
the last couple times I was in the store, I checked my own groceries and bagged them.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just go through self-serve and wear gloves.
Self-serve.
And then home, I just wipe the groceries down with those wet wipes and that.
Right. Now, the last 2 grocery runs we've made, though, we've done an online order, and then you get there and they bring it out to the car.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. That's what we've been doing too. Yeah.
I went with our pickup truck with just a bunch of totes in the back, let them load it in the totes, and then drove home with it all in the bed of the truck.
Yeah, strange times.
Never thought I'd have to grocery shop defensively.
Yeah. For real, though.
Yeah, so you don't have to wear masks here.
You say you don't have to?
No.
Yeah.
I've been wearing a mask when I go out, and I'm getting odd looks, like people are looking at me like I'm weird or something.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day too. I was getting milk, and this lady gave me like a dirty look for having a mask on, and I was like, okay.
Right. My dad wore one out, and he said I felt like an 8-ball, and I said, well, the 8-ball's the last one to fall, so.
That's
Good
right.
analogy.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
To be the 8-ball, because I'm wearing mine. So.
I saw an older gentleman on his little mobile scooter thing that pulled up at the local milk shop to go get his paper and that, and he had his dog tied to it, and he's gone into the shop, and I was waiting out front of the chemist because I was told to wait out front of the chemist while I was waiting for a prescription, and a lady's come walking up. She's patted the dog. Like I nearly told her off for it because it was an older gentleman's dog.
Yeah.
And she's patted the dog, and then she's given me the widest berth, like walked right out into the car park to get around me like I was plagued or something. But like no using the brain at all in the situation.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, people just are not used to thinking about it.
Yeah,
somewhere there in the first couple of weeks, I saw a guy I hadn't seen in a while and shook his hand.
Yeah, it's the first thing you want to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as soon as I shook his hand, it was like, oh shit, what did I just do? I'm shaking his hand, being friendly, but I'm looking at him with my eyes real big, like I'm panicking. Then I run and wash my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real weird. I mean, I don't know. I think am I the only person that lives alone on this stream right now?
I reckon. I don't know about Andrew.
People. So I've been going a little bit crazy, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm the other way. I'm used to being alone during the day, and now the person I live with, she's home all the time.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not getting any space. Like tensions are rising just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just going crazy worrying about my bunch, Like, today we actually took 2 of them to the orthodontist today. They called and they saw them because they hadn't been in a couple months, and they were overdue for their adjustments. And they had gloves and they didn't let them touch the doors, and they had face shields and everything, but then you still come home and wonder. So at least we were the first patients in for the day, so I figured the place was as clean as it could be.
Cody, when you get home from like something like that, just have a shower and put your clothes in the washing machine and that.
Yeah,
just take your Tyvek suit off.
Yeah.
Enter your decompression chamber.
Yeah. You dress up like Marty McFly.
Yeah, exactly. People may look at you a little funny.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like I said, 8-ball. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Get one of those boy in the bubble suits. You'll be fine.
Bubble
those-
boy.
Those bubbles that the people play in at the beach.
Yeah, just roll.
Oh, the dorks.
Yeah, one of those and go through the store in it.
It's like a giant hamster. Just one of those hamster balls. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm personally like, I haven't been too concerned with personally because I don't have the most risk factors or anything as far as my health goes. But yeah, it's nuts out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, visiting people at the moment is the thing I'm missing the most, I think.
Yeah.
We're allowed to do that now. Well, I think it's either tomorrow or next week it starts, where you can have 2 adults visiting another household.
I was my brother's starting his chemo today, and I've got to keep right away from him. And it's the one time you want to go see someone.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I had a buddy go through that a couple years ago, and yeah, we spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah, it's the one time you want to go hang with someone, but yeah, it's frustrating that you can't. Yeah. Makes things difficult. Sorry to bring it down.
I mean, nowadays, with like technology like this and like WhatsApp and FaceTime and all that stuff, I mean, it's the best possible time to be so isolated, really.
Yeah, I get to play Call of Duty with him in the evenings, so that's something.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Good fun.
How's he going with it? Is it
They don't know, like he's finding out a lot more. Like he's actually had his first oncology appointment today. The chemo starts today, and they find out like he's getting a bunch of results back today as well. So when I get off this chat, that's the first thing I'll be doing is ringing to see how he went. So hopefully it's all good.
Hopefully it went well for him and that.
Yeah.
But he had the operation a week and a half ago or so, and that all went well. So
that's
good.
So they
wishing him the best.
Not at all then, or
yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, we're not going to know anything until this afternoon. So they won't give out any results over the phone. He's scared, I think, at the moment because they told him straight away on the phone he was okay at one point, and they gave the all clear, and now they want him to come in, and it's got a different vibe to it. So we're just got to wait and see. I lost my mum to it as well, so like he's shitting himself at the moment, which I'm in the boat with him. Everyone's a bit scared for him.
Yeah, because the shitty thing now is, I don't know if they have these rules in America, but over here you can only have like 10 people at a funeral at the moment.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, I couldn't imagine if like a loved one died, you have like all these restrictions on how you can like honor them or whatever,
Right.
Yeah, we've just had someone pass away, not on my side, but on Louisa's side. She had a cousin pass away. He had a heart attack, and they're about to have the funeral, and they're a big Italian family, so they're finding it frustrating that only 10 of them can go.
Oh wow, yeah.
And they don't get it, like a lot of the old Italians don't get it. They all want to turn up and they want to do their mourning thing, and yeah, it's weird.
Are you guys are you guys still working and stuff?
Yeah.
I've definitely seen a drop off because I was doing a lot of tattoo designs.
Oh, okay.
And people aren't going to the tattooist at the moment.
Yep.
So.
They're all closed though. So, yeah, you can't do tattooing.
But I have enough commissions for oil paintings to keep me going for a while at the moment, which is good.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, Kevin. Yeah, like you do art for a job, do you? Or?
Yeah, I do oils and acrylics, like pieces for people's that hang on their walls in their home as art pieces. And I usually have gallery showings, that sort of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've won a few art shows and been in quite a few art showings. But of course, all the galleries are shut at the moment, so everything's slowed down.
So you do a lot of other art besides horror, then?
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people's pets and landscaping and landscapes and a lot of abstract stuff as well. Yeah.
Hey, Ben, I'm going to get off here.
All right. Well, Cody, thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Nice finally talking to you, Cody.
Yeah, you too. Maybe we can talk
nice to meet
again.
you.
Oh, definitely, dude.
Yeah, that's 10 after 1 here, so I'm going to go and
You have a
check
good
out
night,
for a
mate.
little while.
Okay.
Well, have a good night, Cody.
Later, Cody.
Thanks. See you guys.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oh, that was cool of him to stop by. Renee up in the house.
Hey, Renee.
Hey, Renee. How you going?
Yeah, Sean Urshan says you might think working at home might not be too bad, but it sucks. Yeah, it does suck.
Hey, Sean.
It does suck.
I mean, I have like I am working from home and I have no work to do, so I'm basically I'm at home. And yeah, I don't go anywhere. It's like here all the time.
I work online from home, and
Like, first couple
I've
of weeks
definitely seen like
fine,
a lack of work.
Yeah, I think it's slowing down for everyone on like as a whole. Just everything's
like I haven't been getting as many assignments and stuff, and it really sucks.
Yeah, it's I've been off work for like a long ass time, over a month, I think.
Yeah.
And now we're like they just extended it into June. But I think I can go back to work if I want to, starting in a week or two. So I'll probably do that just to get out of the apartment.
That'd be good for you to get back into it, man.
Yeah, man. I like to make stuff, and I make stuff at work. And when I don't make stuff, I go like a little crazy inside. So
I'm so curious. I just want to know. I just need to know.
No,
every now and again,
I'll have to kill you.
Exactly. Every now and again, I'll post like a picture of like some kind of a work holding assembly or something I made. Not like
mystery object.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's definitely a portal to a time machine.
Exactly.
He's showing me a few things that he's made.
Yeah.
I'm special, so.
Indeed, you are. Yeah, it's it kind of sucks because I mean, I'm come from an art background too, Kev. I went to art school and I got a degree in furniture making, and I was a furniture maker for a lot of years. So like, cool. You want to like, I'm used to showing people like stuff I've made, and then like
it's the first thing you want to do when you create something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's such a big part of my life making stuff, and now I can't really show anything. I show my parents, but don't tell the people at work.
I had a good friend was a Defence Force engineer. He used to work on they had the submarine yards here where I live, and he couldn't tell us anything about what he did. One day, after I pressured him a bit, he said, basically I walk around with rubber stoppers and a mallet, putting rubber stoppers in everything to stop them vibrating in the submarine."
I liked it better when it was a mystery, dude. I gotta say, we do some like pretty cool stuff. Every now and again, a project will become public, and then we'll get to post something. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Sean went to art school as well.
Yeah, I saw that in one of his videos. He was talking about that. One of his recent ones, I saw another one where he showed some of his art that he actually did.
I I was rejected from art school.
Were you really?
Really?
Everyone turned up with their nice portfolios all set up in the same way, and I just turned up with a big bag of art crap.
Yeah, it's like, here's a bag of art. Here's 30 pounds of art. Check it out.
So I was never accepted. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's one of those things. Like before I went to art school, because I wasn't going to go to school at all. My parents said, my parents are both like academics. So my dad's a professor, and my mom was a professor, and then she worked. She ran like a mouse lab, and then and did that type of stuff. But I was always like the black sheep dude. They're like, we would like you to go to school. So I was like, sorry guys, I'm not that kind of sheep. But but then they're like, well, what about this school? I know you like to make furniture. So I was like, okay. And then basically it was like a process to get in. You had to like put together your portfolio. Back then you had to shoot slides of your work. It had to be in a slide format. And so I spent like all this time like developing work to take pictures of. And then when I got to school, no one knew shit. And there was just, I like had all this experience that no one else had. And I was like, oh, I thought like everyone was going to be like fucking geniuses already. And I was stressed out about it. But anyway, it was good. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're, if it's hard to make a living as an artist, I think.
Definitely. Yeah. I was actually so pleased when I started making money from the art. I could give up the cooking.
Yeah, you used to be a chef, right?
Yeah. 20 years of chefing.
That's a good gig too.
Yeah, well, it's something to fall back on if I don't have if I start losing work. But so far, so good. So
20 years. How old are you, Kevin?
I think I've got a few years on all of you.
Do you think so? I'm like 1,000.
I'm going on 48 this year.
Okay. Well, you got a baby face, dude. I would have thought you were younger than me.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got the good genes. Thanks, dude. I'll take it. I don't feel that old. I definitely
that's
feel
the weird
younger.
part.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel that old.
Yeah, you feel it in the back. The older you get, the more you feel it in the back. And the time, it's funny how fast the time goes as well.
When you start thinking like the music these kids are listening to nowadays, that's when you're like, it's over for you. I did that a few years ago. I was like, there's not even like a chorus anymore. It's just like 2 bars of music played for like 3 minutes. It's like, but whatever.
It's I remember thinking like hearing my first song and thinking that's just what intros used to be in a song, and the whole song was an intro looped.
Exactly.
Yeah. I still listen to it. Like I like listening to new music. Like Steve put me on to I think his name's it's either Score or Scar.
Scarlord, yeah.
Yeah, Scarlord. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that style of music. It's really good. Yeah.
What style of music is it?
What is it?
I'm not sure what you like. We were calling it grimecore. Was the best way. A bit of like horror core style rap, but more modern. Yeah.
But there's like screaming in it, like metal.
Yeah,
too.
there's definitely there's metal crossover in there. Yeah. It's really cool music. I like listening to that style while I draw. It's got a bit of anger to it, It's good for working the old aggressions out.
Yeah, we used to I used to do like Full Metal Fridays in the shop because we used to work in a remote shop in San Francisco. And I ran that shop, and so like every Friday I just put on like metal. And so we did Full Metal Fridays, and now I have a cooler job, but I have to commute to it. But then the music that gets played there is just it's pretty bad, man. So I'm like earbuds all the time nowadays.
Yeah.
I end up watching a lot of YouTube videos from like all you guys, and just sort of like taking them in like podcasts a lot of times.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah, especially since there's like a lot of people who are not necessarily showing stuff. They're just talking about movies and whatnot. So, but then there's also a lot of people that are doing like your stuff, Kev, where you're doing time lapse art stuff that you don't want to like take in as a podcast style thing. You want to watch it.
I'm going to catch you out one day, Ben. I'm going to show something specific and ask you what it is.
I know. I'm gonna be like,
or I'm gonna clickbait you.
You're just like gonna hold up a sign that says, "You better know what this is, Ben," and then I'll like, you'll ask me about it later, and I'll be like, nah.
Or I'll clickbait you with amazing Godzilla figure, and you'll be.
Sean says the new Mushroom Head sounds pretty good. I just heard them for the first time, I think this year or last year. They're cool. They're kind of like performance artists, really.
Yeah. What's her name? Jackie Palazzo, I think her name is a permanent member of the band now. The female singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
she's got a wild voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But I would definitely say like their videos have a very horror tinge to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, I've been listening to them for a long time.
I think the second I started searching for Slipknot on YouTube, and I was recommended Mushroom Head straight away, and
yeah,
they appealed to me.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I've always wanted to see Gwar live.
Yeah,
that would be wild.
I think their dude died a couple years ago, right? I'm gonna say Ballsack or fuck, I forget their names. But
Odorous.
Yeah. They were, so I have their first album. So we were talking about like vinyl earlier. I have their first album, and it's on a red translucent vinyl I got back in high school, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I like, Gwars, they're interesting. Their performance art, totally.
I got into them when that movie came out. Do you remember Black Roses?
Wait, which one?
Black Roses or Black Rose?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I saw that when it came out, and then somehow discovered Gwar through that. Like I know they're not affiliated, but it was like a similar like vibe. So I think a friend might have put me onto it or something like that, and got into them from there. I was given a bootleg tape. I remember it wasn't a legit thing. Yeah.
Cool.
I can't remember when I first saw them, but I remember seeing them. There was a movie called Blind Date, and I remember like knowing who they were, and then you see them in the movie, and it's like back then it was like, oh shit, what, Gwar's in a movie? That's weird. But they went to like a Gwar concert in the movie.
Yeah.
I think they're one of the. Sorry, man. Go on.
I was just gonna say it's like when you have like Primus and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey at the end, at the Battle of the Bands. You're like, what's Primus doing there? That's crazy.
I love Primus.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're good.
My friend's actually good friends with Les Claypool.
Yeah, right.
Oh, cool.
I've never met him, but my friend Ian's like good friends with him.
Yeah.
Phallus in Wonderland.
Yeah, Phallus in Wonderland's a good movie.
I've been having
Gwar's movies.
I've never seen it. Never heard of it.
I think they have like 4 or 5 that they made actually.
That's a pretty good title. I've been having a lot of fun. I got this contest going, and I've been enjoying like all of these porn parody titles. They're really good.
Yeah.
Did you see the latest entry from David Newton, Ben?
Did he do? I think I did. Did he do Alfred Bigcock's side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite from anyone so far.
That was definitely one of my favorites. I watched that when I was on my walk with Quilted earlier, and I haven't gone back to comment to him yet. But I love that. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Are these porn alternatives?
It's like porn parody titles. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Anthropomantic Fiend did Pants Labyrinth. I was like, dude, I'm making a porno out of
I
Pants
know.
Labyrinth is like so wrong, but it was really
I know.
Yeah, I went straight. I went to IMDb looking for Phallus in Wonderland, and nothing came up. That's so funny.
Yeah, Jennifer Tochi did. She did her entry the other day, and she was talking about how she was googling porn that had to do with horror, and I was like, "Ooh, be careful when you Google porn that has to do with horror."
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty silly.
Oh, no, I watched that Unfriended Dark Web the other night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I still have to see that.
So I just
of those movies.
I just watched both of those because they're streaming on HBO Go, and I was actually I wrote up in the Berkeley Hills a few days ago, and I recorded my contest entry for Lauren's collection, and then at the same time I recorded a Rambly Moto vlog for the channel because Andrew and Kev both said that they found them sort of like relaxing.
Yeah, I like those a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And in my moto vlog, I was talking about the Unfriended movies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is like in my mind, I'm like, did I actually post that moto vlog or something, or is he just like randomly bringing these up?
Yeah, I love those moto vlogs, dude. Yeah, I do. I find them totally relaxing. There's something about it. Like I'm not a motorbike guy at all. They got me thinking about wanting a motorbike. It just looks like such fun. Yeah.
I love when you went over the bridge, Ben.
Yeah, I remember you saying do more vlogs in San Francisco, and Andrew, I was actually thinking I was going to go over the Bay Bridge and then through San Francisco and over the Golden Gate Bridge. And then just on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge is the Marin Headlands. And it's glorious, man. There's like this real narrow little road that like goes way down the steep ass hill. And then at the end of it, there's a lighthouse. And it's just beautiful. So I was going to do one of those one of these days. All right, Sean, good night. Sean Urshing's leaving.
See you later, Sean.
See you, Sean.
Kevin, have you seen a New Zealand movie called Deathgasm?
Yeah, man. I love that film.
We were just talking about that movie.
Yeah, we were. Yeah. Steve was saying that it has an alternative title. What was it?
Yeah, I have a version. Yeah, I have a version that says Heavy Metal Apocalypse on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That was a Walmart exclusive, wasn't it, Steve?
Was it?
I think so, yeah, because they couldn't have Deathgasm in their store or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that film. There's something about dry New Zealand humor. I just love it.
Yeah, the Housebound, another one, man. Another good New Zealand one.
Yeah,
that is so good.
I know. I was like really surprised by it.
I was about to say that was a pleasant surprise. I wasn't thinking I was going to like it, but I ended up loving it. It was really
it was absolutely fantastic. I need to watch it again.
Yeah,
I need to watch it for the first time.
Oh, you haven't seen it, Steve?
No.
Oh yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah,
it's really funny, but then it's also like just really well done. It's like it's not like cheesy humor or anything. It's a really good movie.
Incredibly dry. It's so dry. It's drier than eating crackers without water, man. It's
exactly
very dry. Yeah. The lead actress in that movie, I don't know her name offhand, but she did a really good job.
Yeah,
whoever directed it set the pace really well. It could easily have been a dud, but it wasn't. So.
Ben Grimm says, "What We Do in the Shadows." Another good one.
What I was about to mention. It was on TV last night here.
I heard there was a series of that, and I haven't seen the series yet.
Oh, the series is really funny.
SBS has been doing a horror movie. It's a channel here we have here. It's been doing a horror movie all week. And it's had some really good movies. Like I went to bed the other night, I was ready to crash out, and they had Friday the 13th marathon on.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's surprising for Australia.
They're all on SBS. What do you call it? Like whatever their streaming app is at the moment.
On demand. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
They've got a lot better quality than sorry, Andrew. A lot more movies than what Australian Netflix has at the moment. So, sorry, man. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, no, SBS on demand's pretty good. They have a lot of foreign movies too.
Yeah, a lot of Japanese horror, which I actually really like, and a lot of Korean horror stuff that I haven't heard of. And they had on last night. The Journey to the West was on. Journey to the West Part 2, which is a remake of the Monkey. You remember Monkey Magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it had really good horror elements to it. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it.
I think the Monkey Magic TV series is on Netflix. There's a new one apparently.
Yeah, they remade it. I watched the first episode, but I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't the same for me.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Did you guys watch Monkey Magic?
Which one?
Monkey Magic. I think it was just called Monkey. It was a Japanese series based on an old legend called The Journey to the West, which I think is also a Chinese. I'm not too up to scratch on their culture, like when it comes to the old stories. But I think it's one of those stories that cross. So like Dragon Ball is based on Monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
And the main character looked a little monkey-like.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys have Shudder in Australia?
No, unfortunately.
It's supposed to be coming. They haven't given us a date. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I finally signed up for Shudder when we first were getting quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. And there's a lot of good movies in my list right now.
My worry with it is they'll do the same thing with they've done with Netflix and also that Tubi I just signed up for today, where they leave a lot of the movies out for Australia because of licensing issues.
Yeah, that will suck.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
we might get a lot of those Shudder exclusives, maybe.
Well, all of the Shudder exclusives, there shouldn't be any weird licensing issues.
No, yeah, like the Creep Show TV show. Yeah.
Well, you saw Creep Show. How did you watch that?
I'm not saying.
That's exactly how I saw it the first time.
First rule of Fight Club.
Yeah.
So, what's that, Joel? Joke? I missed the first 5 minutes of Fight Club, so let me tell you about this great club.
Yeah, that's exactly how I watched it. But then I went back and rewatched it. And actually, Jose is asking for friends of the Hell House LLC movies, and I just watched the third one on Shudder. Actually, since we're talking about Shudder, they're pretty good. The first two were pretty good.
I don't think I've seen them.
The first one was particularly good, I thought. Found footage. Do you guys like found footage?
Yeah.
It's funny. I've got a love-hate relationship with them. Like I'll see one that I like, and then I'll see one that I think is poorly done.
Well, there's a lot of those. Yeah.
There's a bit. I find them very hit and miss.
Kevin, have you seen the Australian found footage film The Tunnel?
It sounds familiar. I'll have to have a look.
It's in the Sydney Underground.
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, the scare campaign I saw was added to something recently, Andrew.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Steve and Kev, have you guys seen? Have you seen that one, Scare Campaign?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
No.
It's an Australian movie about like a TV show that does like pranks, and it's like they're doing they have to like one up themselves. And yeah, so they're trying to pull a prank, and it's not going exactly as planned. But
Oh,
it
that
was
sounds
done,
great.
it was done well. Yeah, definitely done
Yeah.
pretty
It
well.
was done really well.
I have seen Hell House LLC. I know I've seen that.
I thought the first one was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from a lot of people. The first one is good, and it's actually quite scary.
Yeah.
But then the like 2 and 3 I've heard aren't that great.
The yeah, so Jose's saying the first one's great. That clown scares the shit out of him. There is a good clown scare in the third one too. Actually, I gotta say. Sweet 313. Ben Grimm says it's like a live action survival horror video game. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So, Kevin, have you seen a lot of Australian horror films?
From the exploitation period, I have, but not a lot of recent ones. I find the quality lacking in a lot of the newer ones.
Really? I'm the opposite, actually.
Yeah, I just think like they cut a lot of funding for filming here. So, like they just brought out it wasn't that long ago. I can't remember what it's called. There's an alien invasion movie they just brought out. It's on Netflix at the moment.
Occupation?
Yeah, I hated it. I thought it was awful.
I liked it. It was actually filmed about 45 minutes from where I live.
Yeah, I think what bothered me about it was because they made a football player the hero of the story, and in the reality is they're the guys that used to pick on me for liking horror films back in the day. So, like to make them the hero of the show was a bit like ironic. I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be ironic. I'm not sure, but like there was something about it just didn't mesh with me.
Jennifer's going to bed. Have a good night, Jennifer. Thanks for stopping in.
See you, Jennifer.
See you later, Jennifer.
But you've seen like Wolf Creek and The Loved Ones, and
I actually liked Wolf Creek. Was good. Yeah, The Loved Ones I haven't seen.
What?
Oh, dude, The Loved Ones is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look now.
Loved Ones is really good. One of my questions in the giveaway was favorite female psycho, and Lola is a favorite amongst people. She really is very psycho. It's really good.
I don't know. I find a lot of the older, like some of the exploitation stuff's good, like Turkey Shoot and Dirty and Driving, but like a lot of the other 80s Australian horror, I just think it's boring.
I like some of the thrillers as well they were doing at that time. They weren't straight up horror. They're just weird. I can't remember what it's called. One about the school teacher he's on his way home because it's school holidays and he gets caught up in a country town.
Wake and Fright.
Yeah, Wake and Fright. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a really good psychological film. Yeah.
TV, the miniseries of that was really good too, actually.
Yeah, didn't know they did a miniseries. So much to watch.
And Grimm says Boar is a Shudder exclusive, and he wants to know if it's streaming in Australia.
I don't think it's on Netflix.
Is that Razorback?
No,
is that something different.
The 80s 4 came out a couple of years ago.
That's good.
Sort of thing though.
Is Andrew? I did a trade with Andrew, and he sent me that. So before
I have to watch that.
It was good. They had made a really cool like giant practical boar too, which was pretty awesome.
I used to go pig shooting when I was younger, and the freaky thing was they actually get pretty close to the size of the one that's in Razorback. They get giant. Those things, they're massive, scary creatures.
Yeah, they're pretty ruthless too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're a worldwide thing, not just an Australian thing.
Oh yeah. Well, the damn pigs transform like werewolves.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Yeah, they're out for like a week, and they're like fucking like monsters all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I just rewatched Hannibal with that scene where they're psyching the pigs up to eat the person by playing at human screams every time they feed the pig. That's freaky.
Gary Oldman in some very heavy makeup in that one.
I had no idea it was Gary Oldman. Like I looked it up while I was watching it.
And then I saw that he was in it. I was like, where the fuck was Gary Oldman? And then I was like, oh my god.
How good is it's a testament to his acting that like in every role that he's in is just so far from what he's done before. And when you're watching him, you're not thinking it's Gary Oldman. Like you're really believing the characters that he actually is.
Yeah, he is good.
Well, I didn't even know he's British, isn't he? He's a British actor. Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, I think the first movie I saw him in was he played Sid Vicious in Sid and Nancy.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, back in the olden days.
Yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, he did a really good job. I wouldn't have even known his name back then. No, he didn't come to the forefront of my mind until the Dracula movie, of course.
Yeah, Dracula. I guess after that, Romeo is Bleeding was like when he was in. It was like more indie, but really weird.
Oh wow, yeah.
And of course, The Professional.
What's the movie he plays? He plays a guy called Diesel. Is it? It's like a weird guy. He's got dreads and.
Oh, that was True Romance.
True Romance.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. It's so good.
Like a Louisiana pimp or something, right? Named Drexel.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Drexel, yeah.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed his
another like transformative role, right?
Yeah, totally different. That's why Dracula impressed me because he played multiple roles in that, being the same person but different.
Yeah,
he's definitely a good actor.
Another really good Australian movie, Kevin, if you haven't seen it, is Wormwood.
Yeah, I've seen Wormwood. I didn't mind that actually. Wormwood I've seen a couple of times. I've been writing these down as they've been coming up. That's why I was telling Steve. That's why I like being part of like the horror community is finding new stuff to watch.
Yeah.
You never have a shortage of movies to watch.
Nope.
And I've learned about a lot of good ones too that I have never seen before.
Everybody's tastes are so different that everybody's going to know something that's different to what somebody else knows. So.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like movies that everyone else seems to know that I just like miss somehow, and I'm like, I'll check that out. And Andrew's told me about a bunch of good ones, like Charlie's Farm I hadn't heard of before you recommended it, and
that's a cool movie.
Dream Home was another one, and there was some on your home invasion list, Andrew, that I hadn't seen either. I think
that was a really good list. You did a really good job with that. Yeah.
I think Kidnapped I haven't seen, and then what was the one with the skin? I can't remember the title.
In Their Skin.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, that's really good. Kidnapped was fantastic. I thought, like as I mentioned, there were some scenes where where the screen was split, so you could see what was going on in two different locations.
Oh,
and
nice.
I've never seen that in a movie before, and it worked so well.
Yeah, I always like a film when it does something new.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of cool about those the Unfriended movies. I don't know if you guys watch movies on your laptops, but I've watched both of those on my laptop. And
that's very meta thing to do, Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like it really draws you in because they're using Apple still. I have an Apple right now. I'm on my work computer, which is a PC, but I have like a PowerBook for my regular computer. And so everything's the same. And it's like, you're hearing like notification sounds and like all the windows and you're like, see, they go over here. Yeah. It's just like,
I thought they did a really good job, like researching the hacker side of it as well.
For Dark Web, you're saying?
Yeah.
My take on that movie was that it was, a little far-fetched, but in a way that didn't bother me.
Yeah, it gets you wondering. Like it made you want to put like your hand over, like
Yeah, exactly.
So is it best to watch those movies in order, or are they kind of standalone?
Totally standalone.
Okay.
But I would say watch the first one first, just because I think it's a better film. But I like the dark web is a really intriguing thing. So I think if you're intrigued by that, then you might like the second one as well.
I have had viruses in the past where my mouse has been taken over, and I had one in particular where it started deleting all these items off of my desktop, and all my start menu programs started deleting by themselves. I was instantly unplugged from the net straight away.
Yeah.
It's scary shit.
Yeah, that is scary shit.
Yeah.
I had a virus not long ago. The computer kept turning this was only a couple of weeks ago. The computer kept turning itself on when it was in sleep mode. I think I was telling Steve about it. It was a Bitcoin miner virus. So it'd wait until there's no activity on your computer, turn itself back on, and start mining Bitcoin for someone.
Jeez.
Yeah, that shit's scary. I don't understand any of it, so that's why it's particularly scary.
Yeah, well, I've got a slight understanding of some of it. So when something like that happens, when I'm running like 3 separate firewalls, it's quite eerie. And I don't know what I download. Oh, it came through a certain program that I was using. That's right. Yeah. The Fight Club program.
Ben Grimm wants to know if we've ever heard of Tarnation. I've never heard of it.
I haven't seen it.
No.
It's like a Aussie Evil Dead with a killer unicorn.
Killer unicorn.
That is going on the list right now.
Australian one that I want to see called Catsick Blues, which would be pretty good. It's like a killer. He's dressed up as a cat.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
I only saw that. I can't remember who. Death Central did a video recently. I don't even remember what it's called. The killer was dressed up in a bunny suit.
Oh,
it's Bunny Man.
Yeah, Bunny Man.
Yeah.
That looked crazy, man.
That's based on an actual urban legend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Creepy. Always keeps things creepy.
To Monster Pictures.
What'd you say, Andrew?
Kevin, are you subscribed to Monster Pictures?
No.
The Australian company. They do this video series called Video Hoarders, and they go around Australia looking at people's VHS collections.
Okay.
It's really
is this a YouTube channel?
Yeah, on YouTube, yeah. Just type in YouTube Video Hoarders.
I was looking for Tarnation. Is it a documentary, Ben Grimm?
No, it's a movie.
What year approximately? The one I have is like from 2003. It says it's an American documentary. Oh, 2017. Found it, I think.
2017, yeah. Man, the cover looks awesome on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, the cover's pretty cool.
I'm just going back through the chat.
There was another recent Australian one which was really good called Necrotronic.
What was it
called? That one's on Shudder.
Necrotronic. It was from
yeah. That is on Shudder.
Yeah.
That was by the same people that did Wormwood.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Hmm.
Not as good as Wormwood, but it was pretty good though.
I saw Adam Paul Beaumont did like a trailer reaction for that a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
It is in my Shudder list, but I haven't watched it yet.
It's on mine too.
Have you seen The Hunt yet, Andrew?
No, it's not out in Australia,
Oh,
and we can't
Kev
go
saw
to the movies, so
Kev, you saw it?
Well, when was that? Sorry, I was looking
The
at when
Hunt?
Shutter was coming out.
The Hunt.
The Hunt, yeah, I loved it. That film blew me away.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just there was something about it. It just scratched the right spot for me.
I mean, yeah, there was it was just a lot of fun, man. I thought the two sort of main female characters were both pretty good.
Oh my god! Like, without going into spoiler territory,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
there's a fight scene in it that's one of the
yeah,
best fight scenes that I've seen in a film for a long time.
it was pretty epic. Yeah.
They went to town on it and like did a really good job because I think a lot of it was like them doing the stunts themselves as well. So that you can tell when you're watching it. When there's a fight scene and there's no close-up cuts of things. They did an awesome job. It was realistic too, the way it was done.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was very playful too in the beginning. Like you don't know who the main characters are, so you think you know who a main character is, and then they're no longer a main character.
It reminded me the way they did that. If you guys have seen what's it, the Feast trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the trilogy though. I think I've only seen the first one.
There's like they keep introducing people as like the hero of the story, and then they'll take them out straight away.
I feel like Feast was like, if you were to live, he was like giving a speech, right, or something like that.
Yeah. Rollins is in the first one. Yeah. Ends up wearing the pair of ladies' pink tights. Yeah. his pants get ripped off in a scene. That guy has
to watch it.
And is the Hunt similar to the Furies?
It is similar. So we were talking earlier that there is like sort of a burgeoning subgenre of movies that are like rich people, using like lower class people for sport, and so both of them are sort of that type of movie. The Hunt was better than the Furies. The Furies was a little more interesting premise-wise, though. Have you guys seen the Furies?
Because I found the Furies just to be okay.
Yeah, no, the Hunt is better than okay. And I would say, by the way, it is on Shudder. It's a Shudder exclusive, actually, Steve.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, it's another one that's on my list. Yeah.
I just did like a motovlog review for that. I don't know if the footage is like usable yet, but yeah, I would say it's that type of film, but done. It's like that type of film, but done really well.
Okay.
And it makes just fun of everyone. Like both sides are like so like, comical.
It just says Shutter's coming soon, Andrew. But it says most of the titles will be available, which is good news.
Oh, wicked. Have you seen Turkey Shoot, Ben?
I haven't.
Yeah, that's sort of one of those original Hunt-style movies from the 80s.
It pays homage to the most dangerous game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think those types of movies are. I mean, there's a few out there, but like I don't know. It seems like in the last couple of years, it's been more and more than there used to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it's because there's this possibility that it could actually be a thing, and that's what gives it the element of creepiness to it.
Well, it's like that wealth gap is like, it's like, it's just like all the wealth is being accumulated up here and not so much spread around. So I think it's more on people's mind. But yeah, I think like you guys seen Would You Rather? That's another sort of similar one like that.
Sounds familiar. I think it's one of those ones I've seen where it's just gone to the back of it's melded into all the other movies I've seen. It wasn't so standout for me.
Yeah. It was Jeffrey Combs plays like a real rich dude who has like a a dinner party where he like basically is promising a prize for people that win this game.
No, I haven't. Yeah, no, I haven't. It had Jeffrey
haven't seen
Combs in it.
that.
I
It's pretty
remember.
brutal, actually. Andrew, have you seen it?
No, I haven't even heard of it before.
What the hell's going on, guys? Oh, you guys
Call yourself horror fans.
I think it is on currently streaming on Netflix in the US, and I'm not sure about Australia. But it's got Jeffrey Combs and what's that? What's the Sasha Grey? She was like a porn star who did like a little crossover into sort of like mainstream stuff. She was in that show Entourage. Anyway, it was pretty good.
I still need to watch this, which is part of that sort of thing, I guess.
Yes,
that movie's
that
good,
is
dude.
So much fun. Yeah, that one's just.
Seen that. You're gonna have to watch that now.
I kind of feel that the Purge movies kind of started this a little bit too.
I think Would You Rather came out before The Purge. I can't be sure about that.
Hostel, I reckon, is
Hostel.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, that one definitely. I rewatched Hostel 2 the other night.
Yeah.
I actually like the second one in preference to the first. I think it's got a lot better story to it.
The female protagonist is more like compelling, I think, in that one. She is like a badass too, which is nice. It's always nice. Like also on Andrew's list was You're Next, another. I consider that movie an Australian film because I think the director is Australian, right? As was the lead actress.
The first kill in You're Next. It always gets me.
I think that whole movie. I love that movie, man.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
The one thing that I was disappointed in with that movie, because I'd watched it years ago when it first came out and I really didn't like it. And I rewatched it before I did my home invasion list, and the one thing that annoyed me the most was the fact that the fucking cop died from that axe track. And I was
you didn't like that?
thinking that one of the family members would have died from it.
Well, the family members were already mostly dead at that point.
No, I really wanted that Crispin to die from it.
You're rooting for one of the other ones to die.
He's a good actor, that guy. The guy that played the Crispin.
AJ Bowen.
Yeah, he's really good.
I love him. I love him.
Very intense. Yeah.
So, the director from Your Next is American. He was born in Tennessee, Ben.
Why did I think he was Australian?
No idea. But yeah, the main character, Shana Visions, she's Australian.
Maybe it was the Visitor. Was that what the other one he did? Let me see. What was the other movie he did?
Let's see. Oh wow, he did VHS and The Guest.
The Guest. That's what it was. Yeah.
The Guest. Adam Wingard, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, he's directing Godzilla vs. Kong.
What?
Yeah.
Adam Wingard is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you're fucking shitting me. He's directing a fucking remake of I Saw the Devil. What the hell?
That's more of an American adaptation. Wait, you haven't seen it?
Steve? I haven't seen I Saw the Devil, yeah.
Oh, it's excellent, man.
Yeah.
But I bet you the American remake won't be.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they're okay. Some people prefer the American one oftentimes to the original. Like Funny Games, people for some reason like the American one better than the original.
I didn't even know that was a remake until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like almost like shot for shot remake though, and it's like so you
Yeah.
just prefer the language. But for me, I thought the
same director did both of them though.
yeah, exactly. But it was for me, it was like a little more disturbing in a foreign language for some reason. Just a little like more off kilter for me. Not exactly like
I hadn't heard of it until just the other night. There was a mini documentary on television. It was talking about remakes versus originals, and it was going through a whole list of genre films. And I was actually blown away by the amount of films that were actually shot-for-shot remakes to appeal to an American audience.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, it was like things I never would have thought of. Like I had no idea. Yeah.
There's some remakes. There's quite a few remakes I prefer to the original movies actually.
Yeah, Last House on the Left, right? Or no,
I Spit on Your Grave.
I Spit on Your Grave. Yeah.
Last House on the Left. I actually prefer the Friday the 13th remake over the original.
I actually like the Night of the Living Dead remake over the original.
Hills Have Eyes remake also the original. Yeah.
Dude, the Hills Have Eyes remake is awesome.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know that I would say it's better than the original though.
Remake.
I like it. I like the Hills Have Eyes remake better than the original.
Yeah, me too.
I think
they did a fantastic job.
They did do a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
The Thing remake, RD Zombie says. Did you guys?
80s, yeah, definitely.
That's not a remake.
Yeah,
the 82
it's a prequel.
82 was a remake.
No,
82.
they 80s.
82 was a remake. That's right. Yeah.
But the new one's a prequel. Yeah.
New one's a prequel.
Yeah.
I like the new one. I thought the new one was okay. People give it a lot of shit.
No, I thought they did a good job with the new one.
Yeah, me too.
I have not seen the original, The Thing. I keep meaning to see it, but I haven't seen it.
You have not seen it still?
You haven't seen the original The Thing?
Yeah, the black and white original.
Oh, okay.
I actually have not either.
Yeah, neither. Kevin, have you seen the Maniac remake?
Yes, I really like. What's the actor's name? The guy from The Hobbit. I can't think of his name. Yeah, Elijah Wood. Yeah, I think he's an amazing actor, and I thought he did a really good job in that. Yeah.
Hellbound says the Fly remake. Absolutely, man.
Oh yeah.
That's gotta be my favorite body horror movie.
But the original was a bit weird, actually. Like it shows like the human head on the fly.
Oh, yeah.
I always found it amusing. I saw that on Elvira's show when I was a kid.
Oh, cool.
Cinema of the Dead saying Dawn of the Dead remake is great. It is.
Oh hell yeah,
that is good. That is good.
I think I prefer the Dawn remake to the original.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's sacrilegious to a lot of people.
No, yeah. I am a huge George Romero fan.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just like the pacing of it. That's one of the best openings to any film I've ever seen.
Evil Dead remake was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love that, man.
That one's just okay.
I mean, I don't know. I really liked it for some reason.
The director's cut of the remake is the way to go.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I like that one. Steve loves that one too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It gets a lot of shit, that film, and I don't know why.
What was that? Was that the original remake, or was that part 2 of the remake?
The original.
The original was not too bad. Part 2 kind of sucked assholes, I think.
Yeah.
I love part 2.
But, it has its audience.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, I mean, well, you like the, so there's also, talking about like sort of polarizing movies here. You're like a big fan of the Thorn trilogy, and I believe you are too, Andrew. You love part 6, right?
Yes.
I'm
is my favorite mask.
Can you see it? Can't
Yes,
see
Was
it.
that a tat, Steve?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold on.
Oh,
Where
that's
the hell is it? I
There
suck
it
at this. There it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's my
That's-
thorn tattoo. Yeah.
That's how
yeah.
much he likes it.
Favorite Myers mask.
What did you say, Andrew?
The Part 6 mask is my favorite Myers mask.
Oh, that mask is awesome. For sure.
Yeah, people. So you guys, this was a question I got asked on a stream the other day. Producer's cut or the theatrical cut on Part 6?
If I
I
could
don't
have,
know if I've seen both personally.
but if I could have the ultimate cut, I'd have some things from the theatrical and the producers. Because there's things I prefer about the theatrical and things I prefer about producers.
Okay. I own, no shit, 4 different versions of that movie.
Nice.
I have the theatrical version, I
Uh-huh.
have the director's cut, I have the producer's cut, and the rough cut, and they're all completely different.
Is that right?
Which one's the best?
The director's cut has like some weird, like cloning stuff in it, which I think is really interesting. Like it's more of like a sci-fi thing going on. The rough cut has like, actually it's a little bit more violent. The director's cut has like a more of a fall feeling, like it's got an orange tint to it all throughout the movie. I think I like the director's cut the best, actually.
Steve, have you got this set? It's got the producer's cut, the rough cut, the director's cut, and the television cut.
I have that, but I don't have the actual packaging for it. Yeah.
I've only seen the theatrical and the producers. I don't think I've seen the director's cut.
Yeah.
the rough
Which one
cut.
do you like better?
I saw the theatrical one in the theater, and
Mhm.
I was like really unimpressed for a lot of years.
Hmm.
Because it was a little too mystical for me, man. That's not. I don't want my Michael Myers to be all mystical and shit. You know? I'm like, well, it's like, yeah, so like runestones and shit, ancient what? And then, so the producer's cut, it like actually like doubles down on that a little, right? So they're like trap him with like runestones and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would say probably a theatrical, just because.
Hmm.
I think there's more of him like actually like doing it with his family members in the producer's cut too, which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's a whole scene where they're about to make a baby, right? That wasn't in the
Yeah.
yeah. Pretty strange.
Hmm.
It's always odd territory when a horror film goes a bit odd, wrong sexually, isn't it?
but then I mean there are like diehard people that love that Thorn trilogy, like Steve,
Hmm.
For me, like, yeah, I prefer just like the original, like he's just pure evil. You don't know why, it doesn't matter. He's just that dude that like unstopping force in the shadows. It's like the
Yeah.
he's gonna get you.
I like that too, though. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But that's the cool thing about the franchise is because you've got the Laurie Strode trilogy for that, and then you've got the Thorn trilogy for the
Hmm.
stuff too. So
Yeah.
That is true. At least we can all agree Resurrection is the best. Just trying to slide that in there, see how that would go down.
we won't talk about Halloween 3.
Well, that's another actually a
What's
really
that?
good example of a polarizing movie in the franchise, man. Because a lot of people, that movie gets a lot of love now.
Yeah.
from
Oh, I love
people.
Halloween 3.
I remember being really disappointed bringing it home as a VHS as a kid and going to watch it, and it didn't have Michael Myers in it. And I was like, what the hell? Because, like, of course, you didn't know anything about the film in those days before you watched it. So I hated it for years because of that. But then going back and watching it again, it was actually quite a cool film.
Mm-hmm.
It just shouldn't have had that title.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's just like, why is it called Halloween 3? You know?
So that's like we're talking about the new Chucky film. Seeing Chucky there behind Andrew.
Yeah.
Like they could have easily have just taken Chucky out of it completely and replaced it with like the bear character. So, and it would have been just as good a film. I actually
liked it. I
like the remake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it took me a few minutes to adjust to the new look of Chucky, but after that, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
So that's another really good example, like one of these movies that people are really torn on, and a lot of people were really torn, just hated it before they even saw it. You know, they hated the idea of it. Yeah, like Brad did, but a lot of people, that was like widespread. Like doing something new with a property somehow diminishes the old property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In some ways it can, but not really.
That's always been a thing, though, not just with horror, but with anything. You know, like when Metallica brought out the Black Album, and like all the new fans were like, "Oh, you've gone mainstream. I hate them now. Everyone else likes Metallica, so I'm going to hate Metallica now."
I mean, like when they came out with the one video, you know, before that they were like, "Fuck MTV, fuck all this shit," and then they came out with the video, and it got them a lot of like new people, right? But then
it's some of their best work.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good video. I mean, I watch that. That's nostalgic as fuck when I watch it now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I remember back in the day that was like big news. If you're like I was a metalhead back then, and then it was like a whole bunch of people were like those fucking sellout posers. You know, it's like you know.
Yeah.
Well, you just wait 10 years, dude. Then you get back to me on how like much they've sold out.
It happened with every band. Like as soon as they brought out something new, the fans, because they were, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers, they were a small cult band, and suddenly went big, and all the like all the cultists, they didn't like other people like getting in on their jam.
Yeah,
I think it's that syndrome that happens with horror movies as well. Like people get attached. Sorry, Andrew.
Sorry, Kevin.
No, you're right, mate. Go.
Like most thrash bands changed their sound in the 90s anyway. Like Metallica, Testament had a change. Even Slayer.
Oh yeah, Slayer's early work sounds heaps different to what they're doing now.
I mean, they're, you know, bands that change and grow. I mean, they're people and they're musicians, and you know, I mean, you can only do the same thing so many fucking times, right?
That's right. Yeah.
People change and develop and all sorts of stuff. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worst.
Andrew, your musical knowledge blows me away, dude. When you start talking about music, you've got a lot of large database up there in the old noggin.
Oh, trust me, music, I'm not as knowledgeable as I am with movies, though.
Hey, David. Welcome to the chat. We were talking about your porn title earlier, by the way. I watched your video. It was a good one, man. Alfred Big Cock Psycho. Beautiful. Loved it. I haven't commented on your video yet, but that was amazing. Let's see. What did he actually say, though? I know a lot of people weren't fans of the Friday the 13th. It's one of my favorites. Oh, yeah. Zach Blabbeth.
Yeah. I think that one's really good.
Yeah, a lot of people really like it. I was pretty disappointed with it when it first came out, to be honest with you, and now I've sort of turned the corner on it. Welcome, Zach Blabbeth. I saw that you did an entry, but I haven't quite watched it yet, but I will get to it, and you will be entered in the contest.
Zach Blabbeth, I like that name.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's
cool.
I saw yeah, perfect nipple placement, exactly. Like I was such a dickhead. That's like when they make a dude such a fucking dickhead just to make his like death pay off that much more. Yeah, like
his death.
Yeah, his death was pretty good. He was like all floppy on the back of that truck. Yeah,
if there's a character in a horror movie that I do not like, and if I don't feel that their death is satisfactory, I get so pissed off.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was trying to just explain that to someone the other day on the phone, that like why they make certain characters annoying in these films, and it's like, yeah, so when they get off, you're like, yeah.
Well, that's the thing with like revenge movies. It's like the sort of more hardcore the original act and the sweeter the revenge, but there is like a point of diminishing returns where you're like, you feel complicit in like whatever heinous shit is happening to this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you're just like
watching Friday the 13th Part 5 the other night, and it's got the actor that plays, I think his name's Spider in Return of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah.
He's singing on the toilet to his girlfriend who's on the outside of the toilet, singing this "Ooh Ooh Baby" song, and they're like, I remember it being so bad. It was bad back then. It made me cringe. And then there's the scene with the girl who's dancing, and it was like, I remember back in the 80s watching it, thinking this is really bad. She's doing this really bad robot.
Life, that is
and you just wait, like, hurry up and chop her head off, man.
My first video ever for this channel was I spent a lot of time making it, but there's I rotoscoped Crispin Glover's dance and Violet's dance from Part 5 and like put them together at the Carrie prom in that video. And then she like pulls the rope that's attached to the bucket that drops the blood on Carrie. It was so
I need to look that up.
Halloween Dance Party, man. That was a classic.
Kevin, how did you see Vivarium?
Yeah, Fight Club.
So it's not available yet.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay. Damn, because I want to see that.
Yeah, it's really good, dude.
Oh, that's a good movie.
As soon as that's out on Blu-ray, I'll be getting it.
I haven't seen it.
It's one of those movies that just like it keeps you staring at the ceiling when you go to bed. You know, like Donnie Darko did a similar thing. You just start thinking, does your head in a bit.
David Newton is saying he didn't like Cameron in 2018. He had hoped for his kill. He would have been killed by Michael. Which one was Cameron? I'm bad with names.
The boyfriend.
The one who dumped that motorcycle, that son of a bitch?
I think so.
No. The one who threw the phone into the
yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that guy. You want that guy to die.
They're keeping him alive for the sequel. So.
The sequel better be better than 2018.
I don't know. That's pretty much the best Halloween sequel at this point.
That movie is awesome, dude.
I like it.
It is literally my favorite sequel so far.
Really?
Yeah.
As of now, yeah. It dethroned the original Part 2.
Yeah.
No. You're wrong. Sorry, Ben.
You're wrong.
Your opinion is wrong.
I guess Halloween 3 is a little better.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think
I would rate Halloween 3 higher than 2018.
well, that's because you were wrong, sir. I like both of them. Man. I do like both of them. I think. Crip 6 in the house. What's up, Coffin Crew?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, dude. Hey, Coffin.
Yeah, I think they just did such a good job making Michael brutal as fuck in that one.
Yeah, Michael. The soundtrack was good, but I don't know. I just felt that they had too many nods to the other films when they were trying to ignore everything. And I hated the doctor character.
What do you guys know about the new one that's coming out?
Not too much.
Not too much. Have you heard anything, Steve? All I've seen is that little snippet.
I know that Michael Myers kills people.
I understand that. Yeah, I understand that.
I heard something about that.
I hear Halloween Kills is all about these masks that like put bugs on your face or some shit. It's all about Stonehenge and Halloween.
I think Andrew's head's going to explode in a minute.
I'm hoping they focus more on the Strode family in the new one.
Yeah.
Well, at least
amazing
we're going to
would
have
that be,
more.
though? How amazing would it be if they just trolled everyone and did like a sequel to Halloween 3 that picks up that same night? He's like, turn it off. Like a direct sequel to Halloween 3. That would be amazing. I'd love that shit. Yeah, David saying that the trailers for Halloween 2018 gave away too much.
I agree.
They're the worst kind of trailers, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trailers are a little hit and miss, you know. Sometimes, like, there are a few trailers that just nail it, man. The trailer for Mandy fucking nailed it. And the trailer for Hereditary also killed it, I thought, you know.
I thought Hereditary was about something completely different because of the trailer.
I know, but you were intrigued, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I loved it, man. I saw the trailer.
It's a
I
great
saw
film.
the trailer, and I was like,
Mhm.
"This is going to be something I like." And I saw the movie, and I was like, "That was something I fucking liked."
Mm-hmm.
I stopped hanging my arm out the car window and doing this. Like, after that movie.
I know. I threw away that magic sketchbook I had. I love that movie, man.
Yeah,
It is not bad.
And the trailer for Mandy, I don't know if you guys saw that, but like I saw that and I was like, oh man, that looks amazing. Fury Road, same. I saw that and I was like, oh dude, I'm fucking so excited. And it's rare when a movie will match that, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's rare when a trailer will generate that and then the movie will match it on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, you know our Mad Max rankings identical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I think it was a stream we were talking about that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now,
Part 2, Fury Road, Beyond Thunderdome, and the original.
Yep, that is me as well. Now, David is saying he didn't get Hereditary, and actually, a lot of people didn't get Hereditary. So this is like another polarizing movie. A lot of people love it, and a lot of people thought it was overrated or didn't. And I'm not sure what that difference is. I know, like, a lot of people, expectations is a lot when you're watching a movie.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, the trailer for me generated like just a buzz. I didn't expect like it was going to be any type of movie. You know what I mean? So I like a slow burn. It was definitely a slow burn.
Oh yeah. It just, that movie made me feel so uncomfortable. You know what I mean? When I watched it. And movies rarely do that to me anymore.
People who aren't into horror that I've watched Hereditary with find that film really disturbing, and I think that like it's not just always about the horror fan. You've got to think about like the person at large as well watching something. So.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of modern horror directors, or like a lot of the modern horror movies at the moment, are doing a really good job on that. Like they're mainstream movies and they cater for horror fans and more casual fans.
Yeah, like Us, I found was like that. Yeah.
Yep, Us. Yeah.
That was a good trailer too.
Yeah, it was. And I had no idea that twist as well from the trailer.
Oh yeah.
The trailer didn't really tell you shit, but it really was. You were like, "Oh man, that looks amazing."
That was another film as well. We walked away from it just talking about it for days. Me and my nephew just trying to get to the bottom of it. Just like thinking about. It took a while for it to sink in what was actually going on. And not just a slow burn of film, but like it burns slowly at the back of the brain. You know, gets you thinking.
Yeah,
they're the best kinds of films.
I still think I prefer Get Out a little bit more though.
Get Out was really good.
I like Get Out.
It's really good.
I like Get Out more, but they're both good. I think Jordan Peele is like pretty exciting director to be watching.
Yeah.
David was asking about the David Newton was asking about the Suspiria remake.
Oh.
Did you guys all see that?
No,
I don't even want to watch that.
it's so I thought I was gonna love it, man, because I love art house
Yeah.
movies. I loved the original Suspiria.
I do too. Yeah.
Tom York, is that the Radiohead dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did the soundtrack. And I was like, I'm going to fucking love this. By the way, David Newton did a cover of a Radiohead song earlier. It sounded really awesome on his channel. Go check it out.
Oh, cool.
But I thought I was going to love it so much, and I just didn't love it, man.
Mhm.
It felt like a little too like pretentious.
Well, I watched Dave Maggott's review, and oh my
He
God, he hated it.
He hated it.
Yeah.
He hated it.
Plus, it's a really long film too, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
It is. It's really long.
Mhm.
There's like a lot of. It's just it's like I don't know what the difference is, because like Ari Aster Midsommar is long as fuck, and I love that
Mhm.
movie, and it's
I still
also
have
a
to see
little
that.
pretentious in some ways, and I still
Mhm.
loved it, you know. But yeah, Suspiria I did not love it, and I was sure I was going to like it because I love disturbing art house movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the sequel for A Quiet Place too, Andrew.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I am as well.
Mhm.
I'm most excited for the Candyman remake.
Yeah,
That looks really cool too. Yeah, definitely.
I'm real curious to see what will. So Jordan Peele is like producing that, not directing it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking he's directing it just because
I know. I thought that for a while.
Yeah.
The trailer on that looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a good trailer, I thought.
And apparently it's a sequel. It's a sequel. It's not a remake, which is even more interesting.
Yeah,
it's like direct sequel to the first one, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's a new character and he's sort of like getting visions of the original Candyman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it looked really good. So I'm definitely super interested to see what they're gonna do with that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this whole like pandemic shit really fucked up our theater going experiences. It's like, who knows when that'll come out? Halloween Kills, probably. I don't know.
Everything's gonna get pushed back.
I always have really fucked up theater experiences in general, dude. It always gets ruined for me every time. Like when I went to see Us, there were 3 teenage girls, almost empty cinema, but 3 teenage girls sitting up the back, and all I could hear them saying every 2 seconds was, "What the fuck? What's going on?" I just turned around and glared at them. Like I'd been looking forward to the film for so long, and to hear that all they were doing was talking and giggling the whole time. And it just really annoyed me. So now when we go to the cinema, we go to they've got the more private experience now. You get a big lounge chair and have cheese and wine brought to you, and that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go during the day when everyone else is at work because I've had one terrible theatre experience with the It remake, and the cinema was full of teenage girls on their fucking phones.
Oh no!
Singing and screaming. Oh my god!
So no shit. For like a few years in the mid 2000s, in Oakland, whenever you go to a movie, there would be someone would get escorted out via armed guard because like people haven't learned what to do with their phones, and other people like are fucking like thug ass motherfuckers, and so those two things like didn't ever really match up. And they used to have armed guard at the theater, and like you couldn't watch a movie. You would just hope that it would get out of the way before something like like the movie would really get going. You know what I mean? It was
man.
I always get the vibe people are a lot more polite in America. In a place where people can be carrying concealed handguns.
Well, I'm in California where it's a lot harder to get a permit to do that type of stuff.
You're a pretty progressive state, Cali isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of states where they're just like, you want to carry a gun? Here, take a card. Here's a free holster. Peace.
I'm honestly surprised that there hasn't been like fucking mass shootings in America right now. Like, I'm really surprised on that, honestly.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, people could really be going the other way, but everyone seems to be pretty cool with all this stuff.
And not just America, but any country.
Have a good night, David.
Oh, yeah, see you later, dude.
See you, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's Looney Tunes. I know, Andrew, you're not a big fan of guns. I remember hearing you and Brad talking about that stuff.
Not really, honestly, because, I mean, that's not really a thing over here, for one thing.
It's funny, I always get accused of being a gun guy because I like games and skirmish, but I'm not a gun guy at all. Like, I don't know. Like, I know I used to do a bit of hunting when I was young because I grew up in the country and it was a necessity. You got to get rid of rabbits and roos off of your land, otherwise they like take over. But yeah, I've never been a big gun guy. Like I said, I always get accused of it, like just because of what I like doing as a sport. But I like it for the sport. Like, it's a computer game come to life.
Oh yeah.
So I don't actually own any guns, but I'm not opposed to owning guns, and I like guns because they're like just as an object. So like that's the reason I haven't really bought one. Cause like, I mean, you shot a gun a few times, like, then I don't know. Some people really love it. They go to the gun range and all that stuff, but it's a pain in the ass to do that over here in the San Francisco Bay Area. So,
Ben, have you heard of the Port Arthur massacre in Tasmania?
I think so. Yeah, that was recently, right? Last couple of years.
The 80s, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
And that's when the gun laws changed in Australia. They had a gun buyback scheme, and everyone had to hand in their guns after that.
Not a gun guy at all.
Oh yeah.
So is that your skirmish gun then?
This is my close range. It's a M4 replica. It's made by HK.
That's like a convincing replica, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Zero Boys, by the way, Kev?
No. What's this?
You gotta watch Zero Boys. You will love it, man. You will absolutely love it. Have you guys seen
that's the one about the skirmishes in Canada that you were telling me about?
It's the
paintballers.
It's basically like this paintball team who wins, like they're like the best paintball team, and they go and their car breaks down. Basically, it's basically like them, and then they have to like actually gear up and fight hillbillies using all of their paintball gun skills, and it's really good though. It's fun.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it, Andrew?
Oh, yeah, cool.
Watched it yet?
Yeah, I just like the competition.
It's meant to be really good, actually. So.
And it keeps me fit and out in the sunshine. It's nothing to do with guns. It's more to do with my competitive nature, I think.
You know, back in the
Kevin, I've never played paintball, but I used to play laser tag.
Yeah, I'm pretty heavily into laser tag as well. I love it. Actually, I've got some nice ones of those as well.
Yeah, the back in the 80s, like paintball was like really kind of popular, like that type of stuff, at least in pop culture.
Yeah, well, there used to be like laser tag venues, and like they were just like big warehouses with like a laser tag thing set up and that, and you could like pay a fee and go in a group and do it and stuff like that. So it's not really a thing anymore. I think there's a paintball skirmish place about half an hour away from where I live, actually, but I've never been to it though.
So these are like the best ones you can get on the market. It's based on like a weapon from Halo.
Nice.
It's got two 3.5-inch car speakers in there. So it like has quite a loud noise to it. But they shoot over 200 meters and like really accurate as well. Really nice product. All 3D printed. Nice little unit. But yeah, really loud.
That's awesome. Sean Lee Digital was asking when the deadline for my contest was.
Sorry about that.
That's pretty fancy.
But yeah, good fun.
Sean was asking when the deadline for my contest is. It is May 1st. I think. I just set a date. I don't know if that means that it's over on that midnight or the following day or something. I don't know. I'm not like a deadline Nazi, but it'll be right around there.
So, Ben, are the gun laws different from state to state?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Like if you cross over into Nevada from here, you can go full auto on guns. You can just like own whatever the fuck you want. I think I don't follow the gun laws too closely. Used to be that way. I think there are some like heavy machine guns that are not legal.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go, guys.
All right. Well, hey, Kev,
right.
thanks for this was awesome, dude. Thanks
Yeah,
so
it was
much.
nice hanging out.
Stream.
It's really good talking to you all real time for a change.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for
fun.
using up here, being a
Look,
part
yeah.
of the first club meeting ever.
It was a pleasure.
Mhm.
Indeed.
We'll do it again soon.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
homie.
guys. You take care. I'll talk
Have
to
a
you all
good day.
soon. See you guys.
Bye, Kevin.
See you, Kevin.
See ya.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I can stay around for about 20 more minutes if you want, Ben.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy going. I don't really have much planned. Just thought I was talking to EvilStevel and Art of Horror on Facebook and was like, man, I want to do a stream with you guys. And then you just sort of got in on the action. And I'm having a good time, so fuck it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we are all in different time zones too. I'm on that West Coast time. Steve is on the East Coast time, so I guess it is like almost 2 for you. Is that right?
It's almost 3 right now.
Almost 3, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like a week from now over in Australia or something. I'm not sure how that works.
It is 20 to 5 in the afternoon on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's
The day.
Oh yeah.
13th Wolfman up in the house. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Hellbound says this is really cool. Thanks for doing this. Yeah, man, this has been my pleasure. You know, I've been trying to get in on some streaming and stuff because I live alone and we're in some very isolating times. So this is like the things that keep me slightly saner. And it's been really good so far. I streamed with Andrew a few times, and Cody was on the stream earlier. I streamed with him pretty much every Saturday. And I watched your streams, Steve, even though I never was able to catch him live. But Kevin up in the house. What's up, Death Central?
Hey, what's up, man?
Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess it's pretty late for a stream, at least for the American audience.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of surprised you were on. I'm like, wow.
Well, I'm not gonna. My schedule is so very fucked up right now. I'll back too. Yeah, man, my schedule is all sorts of wacky.
I'm just not a big fan of sleep.
I wish I was a slightly bigger fan of sleep.
Yeah.
I would like to be getting better sleep than my sleeping's all jacked up, but it's not even midnight here, so.
You're a vampire, Steve?
Oh yeah. For sure.
I'm definitely up all night. No doubt about that. 2:30 in Philly. Yep.
Oh.
Not familiar with what Canada time zones. I guess you're on the sort of, I guess it's just your little vertical, but still depends on where you're at. I guess they're still on the West Coast versus Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think Kevin's in the same time zone as I am. I'm pretty sure.
Probably. Are you in Montreal?
Yeah.
Is that where he's at?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is right. I streamed with Steven, Geek Out Cinema, not too long ago, and he, I believe, is also there. They were on there. Oh yeah, Jose is working the graveyard shift. Yeah, that's rough, man. I just do it because I'm just up. But working that schedule is rough. 13th Wolfman on West Coast time. It's 2:40 is at yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think a lot of us horror people are kind of night owls too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like weirdo night owls. At least I'm a weirdo night owl. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I guess it depends. Like my job is pretty flexible too, so I just usually roll in there at 10. So I'm usually up late even when I'm working. Because now that I'm not working, it's all sort of jacked up. Different during daylight saving. Oh yeah, dude. Daylight savings is something that fucks everything else up too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some states don't do it. Some states do it. Some places, some countries do it at different times. It's just, it's weird.
Yeah.
Al, I think Western Australia and South Australia, there's a time difference. There's a half an hour time difference for South Australia.
Kaiju Shorts is a night owl. Get it?
Nah.
Yeah. Sean's saying he's up till 4:30. Yeah, dude. My sleep has been jacked up. I literally have like been unable to fall asleep until it is like daylight out every morning lately. Yeah, it's real jacked up, but whatever. I don't know. It's a weird time warp we're all in right now, I think. Anyway. Let's see. It's 30 different. Do you have like your time zones are 30 minutes different?
In Australia.
Wow, that's weird.
No,
Really?
like I don't know if you guys have daylight savings in America, but we have it over here. And when it's not daylight savings, there's an hour difference between New South Wales and Queensland. But then I think all the time there's a 30-minute difference between New South Wales and South Australia, and I think there might be like an hour or an hour and a half difference in Perth, which is like on the West Coast.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's only like 3 different time zones here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is nowadays you can just pretty much just Google like time and wherever the fuck and it'll just tell you, which is nice.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's pretty handy.
Yeah.
But it is confusing because, 13th Wolfman was saying, Indiana and Arizona do not have daylight savings time, and like every other state does, so it's like, it's got to be weird for them. I mean, it's weird for everyone, but especially for them. Because sometimes they're, I don't know, like business hours, like if there's an East Coast business and I got a call during business hours, I'm like, oh man, I missed it because I just got done with lunch or something and they're already closed. But
yeah, the weird thing over here is, like Al just said, from New South Wales to Perth is 2 hours different. I've still got family back in New Zealand, and there's only a 2-hour time difference from New Zealand to Australia, and it's a completely different country.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
New Zealand, they don't have any time differences. The whole country's the same time.
Unified. I like it.
Indeed.
I mean, they're pretty small, like geographically, right?
New Zealand, yeah. I'd say the whole country would probably be the size of half Australia, maybe.
I can see that. Yeah.
Hmm.
But
I mean,
see,
Australia's big.
Australia is pretty big land mass wise compared to population. So, for example, I think it'd take me longer to fly from where I am to the other side of Australia than it does for me to fly from here to New Zealand.
And Grim is saying there's some cities where the time zone is different in one part of the city than the other.
God, fuck
Magic.
that.
Oh,
That's what I'm
weird.
saying. I would say cut that town in half, man. Right at the time line. Yeah, that would be too confusing.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's real weird. Yeah, some states have 2 different time zones, like Oregon.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Yeah, but that's not as extreme as like.
I want to visit Oregon.
Yeah, you were saying that. I've actually never been to Oregon. My brother went to school there though, and I have a bunch of friends that live there, and I've never been there. It's like I don't know why I haven't, but look, it's beautiful. Hey, Last Furrow in the house. How you doing, dude?
Oh, hey, what's up?
I reckon a road trip through Oregon would be amazing.
It probably would. Have a good night, Sean.
All right, Sean.
Oh, yeah, see you later.
Have you guys seen Last Pharaohs at Hearst, by the way?
Yeah.
That thing's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, he's headed in a few car shows.
I believe it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that thing's pretty sweet.
yeah, it is.
Mhm.
He's
I started
on the channel too.
What you say?
Last Pharaoh's channel's awesome. Like his collection's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's got a good channel. Yeah.
yeah, he always has nice, cool toys and such on there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I guess Sean is out. 13th Wolfman says, "Where am I? Are you talking to me or Ben Grimm? I'm in Northern California. Live in Oakland, San Francisco Bay Area. If you were talking to me, Ben Grimm, I can't remember where he said he was. He said earlier, and I spaced it.
Steve, what state are you in?
I'm in Michigan.
Okay. Detroit?
Alpena.
Never heard of it.
I know. It's because it's Podunk Town. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been to Michigan. My parents both went to grad school there. So they were like Wolverine fans or whatever.
Hmm.
But I'm not a big sports dude. Ben Grimm is
either.
Wait, where are you from, 13th Wolfman? You're in the same time zone as me. Yeah, I love living here, but it is expensive. It is ridiculously expensive to live where I live.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, okay. 13th Wolfman is in Washington. I've actually never been to Washington either, but I have a bunch of friends there. Yeah, Washington's everything I've ever seen from Washington looks beautiful. But yeah, I need to get out more. Wait, what'd you say?
The worst state in America.
What did you say? One more time.
What would you say is the worst state in America?
Oh man, I guess it depends on the metric we're judging it by.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like the worst state, like for like your least favorite state, or a state that you would not recommend someone to visit.
I think I don't know. I think every state is actually has like some cool shit about it.
Yeah.
I guess maybe even. I guess even Florida has some cool stuff about it. Florida has a bunch of crazy shit too, but I mean, there's plenty of positive stuff there. I don't know. Can you think of a bad state? Steve?
There's lots of crime in Chicago.
Yeah, but Illinois. State is like
nice though.
Chicago.
That's just the one city. Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of crime there, it's a great fucking city, man.
Mm-hmm.
For like the 3 weeks a year that it's tolerable weather-wise, it's nice.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever been, but I would probably say the states that I'm least interested in is stuff like Missouri and Iowa.
I mean, I think those are like, I mean, that's just like Midwest stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think there's like a lot of stuff that's beautiful about those places too, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you think of like Arkansas, I mean, Arkansas is beautiful, man. If you just like look at pictures of Arkansas, you're like, oh fuck, that's Arkansas. But if you're not from Arkansas, you're like, oh, it's from Arkansas. Where's that? So I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't really
like California, Arizona, Texas, Oregon, Florida, and some of the southern states. Yeah.
Those are all good states.
Yeah.
I've only
That's
ever
true. Yeah. Io made Slipknot, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Testament's from here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Exodus, all those like a lot of those early thrash bands. Yeah, I mean, so 13th Wolfman says Florida gets hurricanes. Some places get tornadoes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, there's just I don't know. Every place has like its plus points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does California get bad weather or not?
I mean, it's always beautiful where I'm at. I mean, it doesn't like rain and stuff, but I mean, for the most part, it's like, you know, 60 to 80 degrees every day, you know, year round. Like,
and
you know,
earthquakes, I guess.
Yeah, we do have earthquakes.
Yeah.
So I watched only a few episodes of Tiger King, but for some reason in my head I'm thinking that guy's in Florida now. Is he in Oklahoma?
Yeah, he's in Oklahoma.
Okay. That was like a pretty weird phenomenon that's going on with Tiger King. I think it just like it struck right when people had a lot of time on their hands and people were like really engaged with it. Yeah, Bakersfield or Fresno. No offense to anyone in Fresno. Las Sparrow's in Oklahoma. Weather's always good because I radiate good times, indeed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's boondocks here too, though. Yeah, I think.
Doesn't it rain a lot in Oregon?
It allegedly rains a lot in Washington. Washington like is known for a lot of rain, but it rains a lot in like Hawaii too. You know, it's still beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, we get
California gets the fires. Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, wildfires. Yeah.
that shit is fucking nuts, man. It like looks like it'll be beautiful, and then like all of a sudden there'll be a fire, and you're like, it's like Blade Runner out there. It's just like it just it's like crazy smoke in the air. Quality's terrible. But I love it. Let's see, Metal Church, yep. Hendrix, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Mudhoney, Temple of the Dog, Queensryche, all out of Seattle. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean Seattle was like famous in the early '90s for producing badass grunge bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. So we don't get like the kind of seasons like you would get in Maine here. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's fucking awesome here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If you did it, you'd be like, "Oh man, why doesn't everyone live here? This is great." But I guess different strokes. Some people love.
I prefer having like because not for all of Australia, but for where I am, there's basically 2 seasons. There's spring, summer most of the time, and then you might have a couple of months of cold weather, which for me is good, especially clothes-wise, because you don't really need jackets and like a lot of warm clothing and stuff. So.
Yeah, I ride the motorcycle year-round too, so to work, so I don't mind that it's like not freezing ass cold out.
And it never snows in California, does it?
It does snow in, up when you get into like the foothills and mountains and stuff, for sure. I mean, you ever heard of the Donner Party? That was in
Yeah.
California. They got like stuck up at Donner Pass. Now it's named after them, but they had to like cannibalize each other and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Snowbound, but it never snows here.
Yeah, but the Victoria, Melbourne has like fucking weird ass weather. They have 4 seasons in a day.
Clothes wise, well, I mean, I pretty much wear overalls every day. I'll tell you what though, man, even if it's only like 50 degrees, well, maybe local, like say 45 degrees, you get on a motorcycle and ride 70 miles per hour and you are fucking cold, man. That's like a 70 mile per hour wind chill factor, you know? Let's see. Ben went camping in June in California in his 6th grade and it snowed. We were not, yeah, I wouldn't be prepared for that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. 13th Wolfman, that is nuts. The season change. Because I know, like, especially for, like, Halloween dude, right, Andrew? Like, you're sort of our Halloween season never drives with yours. As far as this.
Yeah, well, our autumn, or you guys call it fall, I guess, is now at the moment. And then when you're having yours, we're in spring. So yeah, our seasons are the complete opposite. So during Christmas time, summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to experience is a white Christmas though.
I don't think I ever have. Have I? Maybe I have. I don't remember. But my family's not especially religious, so yeah, 13th Wolfman. Do you guys ever do like any skiing or anything?
Are you asking me that?
Everyone. I'm asking everybody.
I've never been, but a few ski fields down near Sydney. Skiing is pretty popular.
I guess I'm not like a big outdoorsy type of guy. I remember like I went before I got sober, I went snowboarding. This was like in the early 90s. And I was like I went with a bunch of people and I had never gone snowboarding before, and they were like, "Oh, we've never gone either." And then so we went, and everyone had been snowboarding. They're like, "Oh, well, I mean, we only went like 10 times or something." And I was like, I just could not like stand up, and I just remember just laying there in the snow, like smoking hella cigarettes, going like, "What the fuck is this all about anyway?" It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off now because it is time to start making dinner.
All right, Andrew.
Oh yeah.
So thank you so much for having me on the stream. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
I think I'll probably wrap it up too. Now we've been streaming for almost going on 3 hours. So, but yeah, I would say that was a pretty successful little club meeting we had. So
Definitely.
thank you, Steve and Art of Horror earlier, and Cody as well. And yeah, Andrew, everyone in the chat. This was a lot of fun. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everyone in the chat for chatting with us as well.
Indeed, everybody have good evenings and stay safe out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye, everybody.